this one. My brain has been chasing this bug for so long, I couldn't even figure out which button I had to press or what the button did. Is every room one object? Because it almost sounds like they're not, and so they just intersect. Okay. But how do I? You know what? Let's do something here to visualize. Screw the game right now. Screw the game right now. I am gonna have to try and explain this because I'm gonna bring up Visual Clip Art Studio here. Let me just open it up. It's easier to visualize this shit than trying to explain it. Do we have a view ruler? Oh, ruler bar. No, wait, that's not it. Grid. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're gonna do blue color. I know you cannot see anything yet. Just bear with me. I am just preparing shit here. Nope, that's the wrong color. Just so like you can see shit here right now, because trying to visualize this thing is so difficult. We're gonna have the game thing in the background. There we go. Okay, so this is gonna be difficult because I'm using a mouse right now. So what we have is basically a square that is approximately something like this. Excuse me if this is not a square. I am not too bothered to count my small ass squares here right now. So this iteration, like the visualization I made for myself is something. I'm gonna answer your question here first, actually. So what I have is a variable that is a vector 2D. Also, I think I hear McDonald's downstairs. And yeah, this is the weirdest ass D. I have a vector 2D. I basically have a map of vector 2D because I have a vector 2D of a vector 2D. What this means is that this variable have two vectors. First one is up here. Second one is down here. Each room is checking which point they have. So basically the first vector in the room variable, and yeah, sorry, here we go. I can't spell with this. Like, how the hell does like pirate software do this? I can't fucking do this. Like, it's so weird doing this with a mouse. But yeah, so basically the room vector keeps track of the first and last, which means, for example, the first key in this thing, because apparently a map has key and variable, where key is something you can search for, variable is whatever it has, or value. So we have basically 0, 0 to, where am I? 20, 20. Because basically it is a 20 by 20 square. So each room does whatever it needs. For example, for the first time I cut the room, I get 2 rooms. I get a 0, 0 to a 20, 10. And at first, first time, like most of the time, it's always on the third time I do something where it always goes wrong. Don't ask me why. I feel like each time I check the third time, it always is wrong. But yes, basically, this is the room. We have 2 2D vectors, checking which plane it is. Then we have the second one, which is basically 0, 11. Why 11 is because I'm doing tile-based, which means I cut between the tiles. So we have this to 2020. There's 2 rooms. Now, here is the problem I have with this goddamn problem. Oh shit, I didn't... Ah, fuck it. I'm gonna do this instead. This might help better. Blah, 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 blah. There we go. Should have made a goddamn new layer just to be able to check this. So the problem I have now is that I cut through the room like this. I get this room. That's fine. Okay. What I do next is I cut here, so I get a 0, 0 to a 10, 10. This is the first room. The problem I got with this bug is that the next one is 5, 0, which is here. That goes to 20, 10, which is here. As you can see, these two rooms intersect with each other. I'm supposed to have a room that goes from point A here to point B here. And I say, like, I didn't check what happened on the map after this because I needed to start streaming. So I couldn't check if this was the one where this square disappeared. But there are instances where specifically this square just disappears. And that could be the reason to why this is happening. Also, hold on, just gonna go and get some food. So yeah, right now that's the latest bug I had. So I don't know what it's supposed to do, because basically what I'm basically doing in this whole instance of doing is that first I cut this in half, because basically I have that if both sides are equal, it just cuts horizontal. Then randomly pick each one of these. This one. Okay, this one is the longest. I cut in the middle here. Randomization again. Okay, this one. This here, because those are equal. I think it's because the part that disappears is because it's literally cut of room from the rest. I think it might work if you cut the room in the opposite order. How do you mean opposite order? Hold on. What do you mean the opposite order? Because basically how I cut things is like, I'm just randomizing. I am taking this square, cut it in half, because it's always cutting one direction from the beginning. Take one of these rooms, okay, this one. Cutting this, taking one of these rooms. Okay, this one is choosing this time. Cut in the middle, because yes, I only cut in the middle right now. I'm gonna fix that later so it becomes a little value to it all. All of these are squares now, so I cut this. I cut this one. We have this one now, so I cut this. We get this one, we cut this. This is what I'm doing. So, I don't know what happened. I think it's something with when I saving the keys. Because how I do things is, let's go up here. Is that I have one room over here. This is my first room. Then I cut this room, which means that I take away this room. We're not gonna have this room. So I remove this room, divide it in 2 parts, and add these to my little folder. Then I do the next thing. I basically remove which room I'm adding from... Why am I always doing... There we go. From here. So I'm removing this one now, because I'm gonna basically be doing this. I have 2 of these and add to here now. So basically we're gonna have 1 room, 2 rooms, 3 rooms, 4 rooms. What is kind of odd is when I got to the 4th part of this, when I tried to iterate through this one time, is that I basically ended up with 3 rooms. Then when I went to the 4th time and ended up with 3 rooms. Now, the only reason I can think this is happening is because of the keys. Because for some reason, it's very baked into each other. Remember what I talked about with putting a drawer into a drawer and so on and on? It's not like you're doing something similar to that and it all just goes her. I wouldn't say that. What I have is like basically a paper I cut. And if I have a full paper, I cut it in one part. Then I don't need a full paper, I needed both halves. So I don't think I'm doing it in that way, that I go from drawer to drawer to drawer. Because what I'm doing is I have a list of rooms. Each room has upper left corner and lower right corner. And when I cut something, I remove that instance of the room, but you need to save that cut piece into the mother piece before. Yes, but that's basically me also having a folder, like a folder. Not folder. What I have is basically, I have main folder, I have subfolder. Subfolder is equal to main folder. I remove the piece I'm supposed to cut and cut it in half and basically put it back. Then, when I'm done, I am removing the piece from the main folder and make it my subfolder, which has two pieces. So it's not like I'm basically putting one into another and like in the mother piece. I basically borrow data from the mother piece, cut through everything, and basically put it back to the mother piece afterwards. I'm just having something so I can keep, for example, all the pieces. It's like I said, the first time I cut something, I'm not gonna have any rooms because I don't have any rooms that is basically uncut or not supposed to be cut. Then the next time I'm supposed to have one room because I basically took the other room to cut. Then I'm gonna have two rooms and forward. So that part I believe works. It's just something with like me putting X and Y wrong or something. So I'm a bit uncertain really what fully the problem is. There's something with me putting X and Y. Because right now, it is, as you said, like the whole drawer within a drawer within a drawer. I'm trying not to do that. Okay, maybe the files, the new pieces, get saved over the original, and then it doesn't know what the fuck to do. Might be wrong. I don't think that's the problem. Or at least it's not the problem to be in the beginning. Because basically here, we have the whole problem of these pieces going from 3 to 3 because it takes away one of the rooms. I think I know why that is. It's a bit uncertain, but I think I know. And that's something I learned about with the maps in Unreal. Because basically a map is a key and then value. And to put it simple, if you find something with it, if you want, for example, to search for a key in X by Y, and it exists, then it exists, and then I can basically get the value from that. But I've realized something, especially when I try to do the pathways, because I tried to do them the same thing, is that it didn't work, because it can only exist one key. You can't have two keys that are similar. So it might be that for some reason I'm creating a room that has 0, 0, while there exists a room that is 0, 0. And that basically overwrites that room. Yeah, I know it sounds like a headache to solve. I don't have a headache, but good lord, it's a pain in that. So I think something like that happens, because I have iterated through them. I have paused after I've iterated through them. I realized 0, okay, add 2 rooms, 1, 2. Then I have 1 room, because I removed the room I'm supposed to cut. 2, 3, fine. Then I remove 1 room, and I basically go 3, 4. But the problem is, there is no 4. If you hard code it, then it's kind of solved, but then it's not generated anymore. Yes, and I want to generate it. But you know what? Let's get over to the game. I don't think I'm gonna do too many voices today, because in front of me, straight in my lap, Wait, hold on a second. Do I have a wooden piece here somewhere? Yes, I know it sounds weird, but I might actually have a wooden piece somewhere. Or have I gone out with that? Okay, I don't have that. I thought I could have something as a table. But yes, we're gonna go over to the game. But I have nuggets in front of me and a drink. But to put it simple, I don't think I can do voices while eating this stuff. I don't have a desk big enough for my plate, to be honest. I need to have it in my lap. I have nuggies. Can I have the controller here without it falling down? I think so. Okay. Go ahead, Apollo, tell her. Tell her right for the real source of that sound. Wait, what sound? Will do. Oh, firecrackers! Now I remember. Last time we basically heard a gunshot and they thought I... I'm not doing voices, alright. There's always the one you have. Yeah. Agree there. Can't say anything against that. Luckily, it's kind of silent recently, but that's because I'm doing Unreal. I'm giving my own inner voice a headache. Mostly because I give all myself also a headache. Well, Hornhead, I'm waiting. What was the true sound of explosive sound? Do I have firecrackers in here? I don't. Oh, this one. Firecracker. What is that? Who said that? Nah. I would say some inner voices doesn't need a break, they need to be broken. It's I'll be your guide statement. I love his name. In it, he claims that Arabal threw a firecracker at him while he was at the bazaar. Then, yes, the sound heard over the phone was a firecracker exploding. And this was 2 o'clock, right? Which was 1 hour before he was supposed to meet him.
Objection!
Object whatever you want, you Disney villain. I'm not gonna stop calling her a Disney villain. I thought she kinda reminded me of a Disney villain before, but this is like taking the piss out of it. Just looking at her, like, I need some place I can have my nuggies. There we go. Can I have it in between there without something happening? There we go. I need to like have something on my chair. I can basically just put like a table on it. You know, like those things you have in the bed, you can bring out some legs, you can have it on top of you on the bed, like the table. I need something I can put on my armrests, having in front of me as a table. And yet a bullet was found at the scene of the crime. Who's talking? I'm by myself in my apartment. Yeah, to be honest, when I was a kid, there was like times when I thought I heard someone calling my name. Here now and then. Her design, especially her hair, reminds me of a character from an old pixelated fighting game. True. A bullet fired from Minister Inga's gun. How do you explain that? It could have happened 10 years ago. Well, we don't know whether it was fired during the course of the crime, right? Or do you have evidence that proves when the pistol was discharged? First time I actually... fair enough. Yeah, I can see that. No. This is probably one of the first time we actually ask them to have any proof. It's always them that just say, do you have any proof of this? Wait. If that loud bang was a firecracker, then could that laugh at the end have been, yes, our wonderful friend Rebel? No, it can't be. At this point, I feel like the whole stream could be a figment of my imagination. But she has a miasma blood. Mishima. I was about to read that as miasma. Joker got a kick out of Starling Albi with his dragon snot snaps. I am real. I hope I'm real. Otherwise, this is all just a goddamn fucking. I don't know. Just. What is it called? I was about to say illustration. It's not an illustration. What is it called? Simulation. That's the name. Okay, yeah. Why it takes a long time to actually figure out what the hell a simulation was? Like me, it's like illustration. It's not an illustration. God, I still remember that part from the second. What is it called? Somnium Files. AI. And I'm Unreal. I'm dealing with Unreal, and goddamn. Someone should really put a leash on that guy. I shudder to think how one man can be the cause for so much trouble. The fucker is in here. I love that he is a rebel, and what the first thing we saw last time is that every rebel or every like rebel lover was pulled out of this courtroom. The fucker is still in here. Wait, hold on. No one is actually going to comprehend him for being a rebel. Okay, shoot, fine. Apparently just sits up there like a normal person. But at the same time, there were actually some rebel lovers up there as well, so it wouldn't surprise me if they just kept some of them in here. It would be fucking wonderful if actually the father was a rebel as well. I think one thing we haven't realized yet, or that they haven't realized yet, because basically we get senses, we got vision with everything, but some stuff is like blurry or false. Like for example, it says laughter, but we don't know whose laughter, we don't know what's going on. But after learning some stuff, things like pops up. For example, it said sounds, and then you get like a roar, and like, oh, that's this bird. And for some reason, you get the dog as well, because you know it's a dog. So I think our reason right now is to basically figure out to be able to see the face. But I think I talked about this last week. We can't see the face in this vision because the bloody guy has the sickness I'm always gonna forget the name of, where he can't recognize faces. Which means that doesn't matter how much we're trying to look, that's the last thing he saw. Someone without a face. Well, this changes everything. Let's go over the details on Rifus Insight again. I do understand. I'm not gonna be able to remember that sickness because it is like many other like doctor like sickness names that doctors have given them. It's just like a long word that probably means something in some language. It's just that I have no clue. Okay. So, what do we see here? Bowing. Footsteps. Subordinate's voice because he's talking on the telephone. Warbud's cry. Dog's bark. Pain. Incest. Footsteps. Looking up. And then we get explosion. Okay. Now, there we go. Each time it restarts, it's by like it's having an issue trying to like load everything. Okay. Grape juice, yeah. My father then took a call from a subordinate, yeah. The next moment, he was stabbed in the back and collapsed, yeah. The source of that loud bang was the firecracker, that's true. And that final laugh belongs to none other than that himself. Yeah. Actually, I'm a bit uncertain what is wrong here now. But it might just be also me being into nuggets right now. Ah. Around 3 p.m. So we're gonna play.
Objection!
Jeez. I was supposed to press B. I pressed the wrong button there. My bad. It's not. Okay, my thought here. Basically, he wasn't here 3 p.m. But explosion happened 2 p.m.
Objection!
This might be wrong as well. To be fair, did the murder really happen at 3 p.m.? I mean, if the loss comes from the phone, then it's something Mr. Inga would have really heard at 3 p.m. The call came from the bazaar, a place where such sounds and laughter can be heard at any time. Even if it was that, it could have very well have been laughing like a fool at 3 p.m. Fair enough, yes. He would laugh as like a fool at 12 p.m. or a.m. Both. I think you're getting warmer, but you're a little off. Isn't there another sensation that could be more definitive pinpoint? You know, something that could only occur at a certain time? If you mean the explosion, I am trying. But I'm kinda glad they actually gave me this little, oh, you're right, but unfortunately the wrong thing. This wasn't a wrong. This was more of a you're right, but it was the wrong thing. So trying to like fucking hit the explosion is a pain in the ass with this. There we go.
Objection!
I think this would work better, to be honest. Your benevolence, there's a glaring problem with this insight. There is? You stated a murder happened at around 3 p.m., which is right about the time my client arrived on the scene. However, now that we know what the sound of the loud bang is, your insight conflicts with a certain piece of evidence. I'm pretty certain we have used his statement like at least 4 or 3 times now. I suppose I have to ask the obvious here. What evidence? Easy. The only thing that explains the time, the event, and everything. 2 o'clock, Shadow was surprised by firecracker.
Take that!
I'll be your guide statement again. Yes, again. Yes, because to summarize what he said, at around 2 p.m., Shadow was surprised by a firecracker and ran into the palace courtyard. Hold on! I realized something. Also, there is an ad starting in about 5 minutes. Don't worry, I'm gonna snooze it for right now because I've been blabbing about for 30 minutes before. But remember when we talked about being a bit far-fetched, if he was actually like channeled? Like it would be far-fetched if the Mr. Inga was channeled as a spirit. But remember that she actually saw Mr. Inga go from his room at around 3. But if he died in there, that would be impossible. Around 2 p.m. Shadow was surprised by a firecracker and ran into the palace courtyard. Around 2 p.m. That's right, 2 p.m. Not 3 p.m. What is gonna break first here? Her nails or the table? Just Jesus. I think you know where I'm going with this. That laugh, drive to warbird, and the bang of the firecracker were all heard right before Mrs. Inga's death. Cheers! Therefore, what this vision shows is that it's extremely likely that the deceased's final moments were at 2 rather than 3, as we had originally thought. Dare I ask? It means the murder took place a full hour before the Rook entered the tomb. Are you saying that I, the very personification of the law, bullshit, have been mistaken? Oh, I guess we actually got the answer. The nail broke first. Holy shit, I didn't know we would get an answer for that. Fuck, if I knew that, I would have had a poll up. My breath is gonna smell like garlic. Turncoat is the... Oh, rum and coke. For some reason, I was too far away. I just read it as turn. Rum and coke is the best, and I don't care that it's only 6 p.m. It's a Tuesday as well. If it was a Monday, that would be questionable, but it's a Tuesday. Peace, peace, I say. I was on the fence. I was remind you that the figure of the accused was clearly shown in the vision. Yes, because clearly you also need glasses, because if the face is as blurry as the rest of the body, then you need glasses. Unfortunately, the face was the only thing blurry now. I wouldn't say it was clearly shown. After all, the figure didn't actually have a face. Nah, you're absolutely right. Without a face, we can't be certain who it was. No, we can't be certain, because they did explain in an earlier case of this that everything they have in the forehead is a sort of an insignia of what they are. For example, the Holy Mother back there is basically having that. The princess has those things under her eye, I think. I know the special forces had this peach-looking thing in the back of the neck. And this one comes from Nanya, or whatever her name was. The Rook was still with me and Mr. Wright, which means that this faceless figure couldn't possibly be him. So then, what are we to make this 1 hour difference? Wait, 2 o'clock. That's when what happened? My mother was performing the rite of channeling. Oh, no, they are gonna use that as, oh, to channel the Holy Mother. The Holy Mother wanted Inga dead, but also wanted the Rook to be the one that would fall for it. The palace guards had all been resigned to guard the channeling chamber for the rite.
Don't care which day it is, Sweden has a stupid look on alcohol. Drinking on a weekday, alcoholic, drinking yourself classes every weekend, that's fine. That's normal. I have never heard anything like that, but you must probably talk about either The more Swedish or the more older people? The royal residence. It would have been virtually unguarded. Which means the real killer could have easily slipped unseen. Depends, are you saying that there's someone disguised as the accused? That's exactly what I believe you might say. Preposterous. Disguises cannot deceive the memories of the dead. True. But sicknesses can. That the face did not appear this time is mere Hell fucking nah, you can't do that. I believe in the Holy Mother and the Spirit. We know that every time the princess has shown us these visions, it's always the truth, and I have to basically execute anyone that is shown as being the accused one. Now, no, it cannot be that, because you cannot basically not hide your face. This is just something that managed to happen. Like, mate, you have to decide if you actually believe in your religion or not. I heard it so many times, it's moronic, and in that sense, they basically called the entire of EU alcoholics. Fair enough. I can't say anything because I don't drink. Also, an ad is about to start in 4 minutes. Ah, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna snooze it again. I'm gonna snooze it much now just because of the whole spending one whole 30 minutes. Had it appeared, such a subterfuge would have been clear as day. It's got a point there. Ah! I know exactly. We already know here in chat on the stream that what is going on here. Why we can't see the face. Nevertheless, our killer openly... Wait, hold on! If anyone was dying, hallucinating, how can you have a personality if you don't drink? Not possible. Fair enough. But yeah, I don't drink. Like light wine? Cider, New Year's, but that's basically kind of also non-alcoholic as well. But yeah, I don't drink. I've actually never touched alcohol. Well, sort of. There was one time my father did perhaps buy like a little small percentage alcohol New Year cider, but that's about it. Other than that, I have not touched alcohol in over 30 years now. But yeah, what I was about to say, if this guy basically has a sickness, he can't recognize faces. And we can't see a face because he can't recognize the face. That's basically his sickness. He can't just like understand what the hell a face is. What would happen if someone died while hallucinating? Or while being on shrooms? You know, like when you watch games where you just like make every color on the goddamn screen just change it to pastel or something. What would happen with the visions then? Would they actually just see what he saw was like, what the hell is going on here? See, they're not size. But yeah, I think I'm just going over to Swedish when I do that. I know you don't drink, it's just a funny dumb joke about booze. Yeah, I'm not taking any offense on anything like that, to be honest. Especially not from none of you as well. I love to know you all, but it's kind of my personality. I understand jokes, but there are some parts where I end up just agreeing to things or taking it as a fact rather than taking it as a joke. Not in the sense of bad, but for example, sometimes my father does jokes, kind of similar. And I just answer him in a more logical way. It's like, you just destroyed the joke there. I would guess, yeah, Imagine the Visions where it's high on LCD. Yes, I remember the LCD butterflies. Good lord. I guess so. If they see talking cows, and that would be funny. I would be. Think just this one, like the girl here just doing that. It's like, what am I looking at? Like, I have no idea. But also, if you've seen the movie Shrooms, don't know. Is it a horror movie? Because I remember a horror movie about the mushrooms. Not killer mushrooms, but mushrooms. Maybe the killer could afford to be so bold. Because they knew their face wouldn't show in the seance vision.
Okay. I think I have seen it. Is it that they are in a forest with some mushrooms growing around? And they are being basically hunted by something. They don't know, you don't often see what it is. It's basically this, they're either being dragged out, they're either like killed in a corner somewhere, but they're basically being chased by something. Because I think we might actually talk about the same movie here. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can search this up, because now I kind of need to check this as well. I'm gonna close this because that's uploaded. Group of friends. Yeah, I think it's the one I actually saw. Well, imagine looking to someone's memories and all you see is a trip of a seizure, including Rainbow. That's pretty nice. They're out in the forest and make shroom soup and tea, and then one after other people start dying, and they are high as fuck meanwhile. I think so. I think it might be the same. Either it is the same or I am thinking of another mushroom series movie which I cannot think of. Speaking of not, did someone died when? Does the graphic see that? See the sense of that person? Not probably. They are in the UK, I think. We're thinking the same movie. I don't remember the one I remembering. I'm looking up one, and they do say they're about the Irish forest or something. But with the photos I see, I can't really tell because I don't really like. It might be. I actually don't know. I don't know really, because I know what happened in the movie at the end, but because of spoilers, it's kind of an old movie, but no matter what, I don't really want to say what happened. If the rest of the chat is up with that, I'm 9% sure it's the same movie. Probably. It was a long time ago I watched this thing, so I kind of just remember like the whole resolution part. It's possible that the killer dared to dress in Daruk's clothes and stand square in front of Inga, precisely because they knew they could get away with it. But how could anyone be so sure of something like that? A long time ago I heard of a cognitive disorder that impairs a person's ability to distinguish between different faces. For some reason, he says distinguish between them. For some reason, I always say remember. But that's kind of like the same thing, because you can always see the face, but your brain can't really remember of like what the face really is. But I'm just saying it another different way. I remember one scene of a cow talking, and it's inside a car. Bill was tripping balls. Can't fully remember that part. Then, are you saying that this is literally how Inga saw the world? Yep. Yes, we can't normally see through the eyes of others, but in this case we can. And if we had that disorder, if he had that disorder, I imagine this how face appeared to him in life. Okay, let's say that the killer knew that Inga had such a disorder. Or maybe it wasn't inside the car, but it was a car and the cow was talking. I remember a car, I don't remember the cow. But I think it's someone who got like either dragged out of the car or killed in the car. But if you're wondering about how to prove that Inga had it, you already have what you need. Yeah, I already know which one. Also, I'm gonna try doing voices now because I'm done with eating. There, this one, people's characteristic. This one is what we have. Really? Well, the fans do have anything to show us with this squad. Yes, I believe so. Frankly, I have no idea what Mr. Right means. I do know because I've had this here. If you can imagine a somewhat blurry image of a face but not their names, would that mean you can distinguish faces or names of people? I would say both. Nah, I would say you can't remember their names. If you can remember the blurry faces, then you could probably remember them. It depends on. This guy can only remember from clothing and characteristics. Okay, there's gonna be an ad in 5 minutes because now I cannot snooze it anymore. Okay. Bam.
Take that!
Which also means that the murderer has to be someone close to Inga. Close enough that they know about this sickness. Either that or saw the notepad and they put two together. A notepad? Huh? Yes, it was found in Mr. Inga's room. And it holds the answer we're looking for. Nina, purple hat, glasses, diamond-shaped tattoo on the forehead. Daruk, long hair, eye patch, blue clothes. The funny part is it doesn't say anything about a scar, and it kind of looks like he has a scar on the seance. What kind of clothing they wear, hairstyles, and other discerning physical characteristics. And this is connected to the faceless nature of the killer How. The vision we saw was exactly what Minister Inga saw with his own eyes. It is how he saw his killer as a person without a face. In fact, this is how he normally saw everyone around him. What's this? I believe Mr. Inga had a disorder that prevented him from recognizing faces. It would explain the faceless being, and why he needed a notepad full of people's physical characteristics. Now that I think about it... Also, I had to kind of remember how the hell to do her voice. Well, imagine this. Someone shows an image of your old friend. You try to remember how they looked, but can't, and you can't remember which old friend of yours it is. Yeah, I kind of feel like that would kind of happen. But by simply changing my hairstyle, he would fail to recognize me, even me. Ah, Your Eminence. You knew that your husband had such a disorder, didn't you? Of course she's quiet, because this was kind of a good proof for her for winning. He never wished for it to become public knowledge. Which one would it be? Distinguished face or name? Or I guess just person? I would say both, because in the way you explain it... Yeah, I would say both. It's just random memories, because like, oh, it shows an image of an old friend. You try to remember how they look, but can't, and you can't remember the name. I would say that's just memory. That's not like... Well, it could be a disorder, depending on, but that's just plain memory. But I suppose there is no use in keeping quiet about it now. It is as you say. My late husband had a special disorder that hindered his abilities to recognize faces. And she thought of using that, especially now, of making sure it was the Rook there, because we don't need to see the face. The medical term for it is prosopagnosia. At least now we know it again. I know you said it already twice or thrice, Maestro, but I'm never gonna remember that name. The memories of those afflicted with such disorders in life do appear strange at times. When I hear something weird and creepy that happened to me a few days ago, sure thing. There is precedent for this. So, the killer likely knew about the disorder and used it to their advantage. Right, so there's someone who is both knowledgeable about the divination seance and aware of Inga's affliction. Your Eminence, who knew about your husband's condition? A small number of servants who tend to his needs. And me. Surely you are not about to insinuate that I committed this crime. Of course you did, look at you. Oh no, Your Eminence. Still, could she have done it? Answer: yes. Ran has an alibi, remember? Oh, holy shit, that was a long ass thing.
Hold on, I can't read all of that because of the goddamn incoming ad thing. I met a high school friend of mine that I haven't seen in person for months, and the first thing he did was bring me to his kitchen and ask me for a hand. Handy, if you get what I mean. We were alone and I just played it off like he was joking and didn't do it, but man, that was weird. Fair enough, actually. That sounds strange. That really does sound strange. I can understand what you mean by it was kind of creepy and strange. But fair enough. Oh, hold on. I brought up the goddamn Microsoft newsletter that I never wanted to bring back down. Ah, right. She was conducting the rite of channeling at 2 p.m. In that case... Your Eminence, does Nina know about Minister Inga's disorder? Yes. Of course, she does. She is our head servant. So, as head servant, she knew about Minister Inga's condition. Yeah, and the next day I went and hung out at my crush's place and just forgot. But fair enough. And as the princess's personal attendant, she is familiar with the divination seance. If these two facts together don't make her a possible suspect, I don't know what to do. If you need more proof, I can point to the goddamn person's forehead. You witless liar. How quick you are to forget the facts. Forget what facts? Do you want me to point out a characteristic on the goddamn person in the seance that is basically something you all have? Also, I'm gonna wait for the ad to be done, because I'm pretty certain Maestro have ads. Have a drink here. What is it? Cola. I actually have one of those plastic cups. I just thought of doing that. Not gonna lie, in 20 days I talked with my crush only like 5 times, which is kinda sucked, but it's still nice. It still sounds a lot like, from my perspective of you talking about it, it actually sounds that is more times than anything. And it felt like I was playing Persona, just leveling up my social skill link. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough, fair enough. My little box of dices. I have some dices here. I have nice dices. There we go. But yes, we're just waiting for people to be back from ads. Hearing her clap. Unfortunately, doesn't clap cheeks. Yes, dices. Or dice. You know the whole thing with, like, you want to say one die for more dices, but it's basically just, it's called a die and stuff like that. And what sucked is that at high noon, 12 o'clock, I always ended up needing to leave because I need to go wee. Dice is plural. Oh yeah, dice is plural because a dice, one singular dice, is die. Why is it that? Well, didn't you expect you to say that, but you make me so proud. Yeah, it is annoying. I think they're even English people. It's like foot and feet. Yeah, fair enough. I think it's actually English people that also is like, it is called a die. But people is like, no, this is a dice. Because it is a dice. But yeah, it's like even English people is like, no, don't. Speaking of die, you guys want to see a meme I found yesterday? That I am questioned about it, especially with thought of what you just answered, because now I don't know which one you're talking about. Which word? Facts like, when Inga was last seen alive, he claimed he was slain at 2. Yet that is impossible. Rifa saw him at 2:30. Channeling. Wait, did completely forgot about that. No, there must be some kind of mistake.
It's not a mistake, it's called fucking channeling. So you see, the murder could only have happened at 3 p.m. The hour Druk entered the tube. There is no other answer to this puzzle. Why don't we ever get to make up answers like Iran makes up laws? The fact that no one seemed to think of channeling is stupid. I think they can think of it. The problem is that, unlike Maya and Pearls, it is not a sort of power that can just be used by a specific person and can be used as a sort of helping tool and things. Here it is something holy. So they don't think about it because most people wouldn't want religiously to use it. That is like why they're still stupid of it. Absolutely. I'm not gonna say that they're smart. What I'm saying that the stupid part is that they do not think of it. Because anyone that is basically religious in this place would never do it, because it's only something the royal can and only should be done at specific times. That is basically why no one has brought up of like channeling. Because technically it would be a sort of, not fully taboo, but people would basically give you glances. I mean, including Apollo and Phoenix, out of everyone, they would at least humor the notion. Ah, yeah, definitely. I guess it's back to square one. Where did we go wrong?
I don't think we're the problem. Just simply short one piece of the puzzle. Our deduction so far explains everything to a T.
Everything except for Inga's sighting at 2:30.
I see. Without a final puzzle piece, all of our deductions fall apart. Apollo, if Inga's insight is only an anomaly, we just have to find a way to make it fit into the bigger picture.
Where? The leftmost brain cells is home, that's where. Yeah, true. Time to think outside the box then. Let's see. It would be impossible to see Inga walking around after he'd been killed. But if there was a way to make people think he was alive, even though he was dead. Now they're starting to talk about it. I think it just took a time for them, because I had to discuss it.
Like a way to make people witness the living dead.
Sounds like some kind of TV show. Things like that doesn't happen in real life. I can know that actually Phoenix can think of this. Apollo and everyone else can't, because I don't think they ever seen even Pearl do it yet. The only one who have actually seen channeling is actually Phoenix. I just realized that. I don't even think Apollo thinks too much of it. He knows of it, probably from like her hearing it from Phoenix. Or Mr. Right, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. But basically, he's the only one that has actually seen it.
Apollo, did you just...
I did. Figured it out. I know how to maybe make people witness the living dead. Ghosts. Your Majesty, our deductions weren't wrong after all. Despite Minister Inga being murdered at 2 p.m., he was seen heading into the tomb at 2:30. And I'll tell you how.
I certainly hope you will, because I am getting confused.
Because I have still no idea what you're talking about. I should have probably just continue reading that, because both of those are kind of the same sentence. Someone channeling him. It was a deceased being channeled. It's the only way a man who was already dead could have been seen by her benevolence. And the funny part is, here they can't really go against that. If anyone said that like where they came from, they would probably just question what they were talking about. Here, they definitely know about it.
The channel, you say?
That's right. There's only 2 people capable of spirit channeling here in Kurain. Her Eminence Queen Garan and Maya Fey. It's possible that one of them was channeling the minister. It would seem that you are ever bent on making me part to this crime. Prosecutor, what was I doing at 2:30 p.m.? At the time at which my husband was seen.
Eminence, I believe you had completed the channeling rite, and we're having tea with the king of the neighborhood realm. There would have been many attendants there too. Martha has to keep up with her schedule too. What doesn't she make him do? I hope she doesn't make him clean her ass, like wipe her ass. Dear Lord. That leaves only Maya. Yeah, it does. Maybe someone was forcing her to use her power towards nefarious ends. The real killer could have been threatening her.
That cannot be.
So then Inga's scream. That was probably from when he woke up from being called back to this world. After all, that's when the flow of time would have picked up for him after he died.
Yeah, didn't they say something like that? They don't know how much time has been going by. But it basically is like from point A, jumping, and then point B. So basically the scream was him getting a knife stuck in his back. And then he was just waking up like, oh shit, I'm dead. So Minister Inga probably leapt to his feet, thinking he just had a nightmare. Then realizing it was almost time for the hostage exchange, he raced off to Amara's tomb, not even realizing he was already dead.
Then her benevolence really did see a dead man running.
Apparently.
Using the sacred power of spirit channeling to commit a crime. How can this be?
And this is what I was talking about. No one really thinks anyone would use that because it's too like religious to use it in a crime or anything bad. The defense calls Miss Maya Fey to the stand.
Well, your evidence.
Found a meme. Oh, okay. I'm gonna check. That's Discord. Because this is Wait, hold on. Did you just see the meme and that was came by? What the hell? Speaking of a thriller, the worst thriller here ever. A bot. Bam. There we go. Good morning, student. Those who are coming to offline class today, please bring 2 coins and die if you die if possible. This is what I'm talking about. This is a person that's probably speaking English for the whole his life or whole their life, and then basically like, hold on a second, I can't say this. Like, do you know what I mean? It is normal to say it, to say a die, but everyone wants to say a dies because otherwise it's so weird to try and say it.
We'll allow a new witness.
It matters not. Either way, this Laurie shall soon know the truth. He will just know just how much of an imbecile he is in the face of my infallible arguments. Hint me all you want, witch. So I read witch, but for some reason I wanted to change that to something just out of nowhere. I was like, I probably should say that. It'll be either those words when I expected no, when I expose the truth. Jesus, me and reading today.
Very well, let's adjourn until the next witness is ready.
I think they misspelled. Yeah. Hold on, can I do this now? Oh shit, I can. I, for some reason, have a tendency to try and stop myself from saying things. Like, as long as it's not used towards anyone real life, I would have no problem using the word, especially like that. But for some reason, it's just me that still wants to like just make myself kid-friendly, and I'm not kid-friendly, especially not when I'm tired. God, I can swear sometimes. Bro, I can be real with you real quick. Yeah, you can beat twice apparently. But absolutely. Talk about some real close shaves. Do you need a shaver then? It could probably help. Well, you can't get a close shave than Headman's brand blades, that's for sure. Oh, think of just actually shaving yourself with a big ass axe though. I think Twitch wants me to celebrate my 5th month sub anniversary. It often does that. Each month it actually does that, but the funny part is like it does it afterwards. I sent it to Discord. It won't stop. What do you mean won't stop? What do you mean won't stop? I know of something, but I know it pops up like after a while. Holy shit, yeah, you're right. Yeah, it just pops up. What the hell? It definitely wants you to actually celebrate your 5 months. And also still thank you for 5 months. It's not so much appreciated actually. Yeah, I don't think Twitch should be able to censor that word. Because the word just by itself just means female dog. So unless I target the word towards someone, it's just female dog. Yeah, that's the thing I also talked about with the whole dice situation. It's 2 words in one. I already allowed Maestro to say it. Why did I need to allow Gani to say it as well? Good lord. The trial is not even over yet and I'm already exhausted. Still, you were able to fight back the queen herself in there. Well, maybe with Miss Faye's help I won't have to keep playing her game much longer. Speaking of which, I guess it's a little late to be asking, but do you think she is well enough to testify, Mr. Wright? She slept all day yesterday out of exhaustion, apparently. Well, that's all it was, so she should be okay. Oh, hi, little princess. Oh, hello, be your benevolence. Ah, Princess Rifler. You're really impressive in there. Also, M and B are very close. Imagine you're trying to write Mitch, normal name, and fat fingered it and hit B instead. Oh, I have done that so many times. For example, I tried, like, especially on keyboards. I cannot sometimes spell on keyboards because I end up wanting to have my fingers everywhere. So I ended up basically spelling name with like the number. Basically manbe. Well, if you won't allow it, you can check the list of censored words and you can back in that via back in the VLR stream. Fair enough. Fair enough, actually. I completely forgot we actually went through so many swear words in a Virtuous Lost Reward stream. It was like, okay, we need to do something here. Yeah, it still actually does that.
I am the royal
because I do remember banning.
Rafa
Yeah,
Padma
but
Kurain,
not shit since it's more tame.
and
There we
I
go.
am prepared to
Okay,
face
so I think
my
the thing,
father's
it
death.
is actually stopping it. I'm gonna allow it because of each time it is. Okay, then I understand why it pops up all the time. It is because I have it banned, but I'm capable of allowing it to be sometimes. Which is still don't fully work, because sometimes Twitch just says hell nah. Yeah, in doing so, you fulfill your duty as the royal priestess. Just stands there silently staring at us. It was thanks to you and your friends. Your belief in me gave me the courage to follow my path. I said a lot of swear words that stream. The funny part is, it was not like you tried to swear on something. It was like, hold on, do you have these banned? Like, not really. Okay, let's just try them all. Do you have this? No? Okay, I'm gonna ban that one. Do you have this? No, I'm gonna ban that one. I have no idea. I wouldn't surprise me if I still have it somewhere. So, you have my gratitude. Oh, don't mention it. I know. I shall thank you with a gift. What would you like? A cow? A horse? Or perhaps I'll reward your effort with a royal shoulder massage. That's okay, your benevolence. Your gratitude is more than enough, thanks. But I thought you Americans liked massages. Can't really say anything. I'm not American, but I haven't. Have I ever had a massage? I don't know, actually. I don't think so. My technique was highly praised by my father, I'll have you know. I don't know. How am I supposed to know where the accused is? Liars! Where's the accused? The Rook? That's a good question.
I do remember you saying you just copy-paste what I said and ban them, and not gonna lie, that was kind of fun though, especially in retrospect. Yeah. Instead of doing it before or after, we just decided, let's do it on stream. Where's the roof? That's... No, he got pizza on his shirt. I didn't even realize. If I use STT, Twitch would have an aneurysm and just permaban me. Ah, fair enough. I blew it big time, AJ. That's... Yeah, that's pizza. What's going on? The scoundrel tried to escape with accused. We're able to nab him, but the accused is nowhere to be found. Where are you hiding him, you miscreant? I can tell you, I have no idea where he went. I mean, yeah, we booked it together. I lost track of him about that. Wait, so Daruk on the lab now? Probably, who knows? He vanished in the blink of an eye. Vanished? You don't know something, AJ? Daruk said to me, I can't put Amara in danger. I have to set her free before it's too late. What? Don't tell me he's gone to rescue her. That's what I tell you. That's why I helped him escape in the first place. Oh, fair enough. That's you. Do you realize what you have done? Well, what's done is done. Still, why did you choose to rescue her now? Maybe I didn't want to die with any regrets or something. You know, just in case I ended up on the chopping block. Why? Right, a good question. I thought you believed in me.
Yeah, he believes in you, but he doesn't believe in the goddamn queen.
Don't be like that, AJ. He'll be back as soon as he's free somehow, you'll see.
That's not the point, lads.
Listen, liar. I'll let us know immediately if the accused contacts you. Trial will be an hour soon. See that you are ready.
Wait, trial's still on? Even without the defendant?
Those were Eminence orders. So you will return to courtroom at once.
Fair enough, we can still do that. I swear so much more verbally than I do in text. I had to keep it in mind, consciousness, so when I join now stream before. Ah, fair enough. Shit, don't know why, I just realized AJ is an acronym for Apollo Justice. Yeah, it is.
Let's go, Apollo. All we can do is see where the next suspect leads.
High Court of Khorrain. May 19th, a few days after my birthday. Or a week, perhaps, something like that.
Now then, let's resume the trial at hand.
Your Majesty, my client seems to have gone missing.
What do you think, Your Eminence?
Hunt him down.
Should we proceed without accused?
Why not? My royal guards is searching for him as we speak. They shall find him soon enough, for they would not dare to keep me waiting.
Yes, but what about the law governing court proceedings?
Of course you are the law. Then I shall simply revise it.
This place is fitting of the name, considering how high ground is throughout this whole court case. Yeah, fair enough.
As ruling sovereign of Khorrain, I proclaim the following.
No, sovereign, I can't still fully pronounce it.
Should the accused be an enemy of the crown, they may be tried in absentia.
Well, in that case, I guess there is no problem with proceeding. Will the witness, Miss Barfay, please approach the stand?
Ah, yes, because changing the laws like you change as a PDF file won't cause any issues at all.
Yep. Sorry for something like this, Maya.
Getting dragged out of bed and into court is not exactly a fun wake-up call, Nick. I'm sorry, Miss Faye. It was my idea. And you are? Oh, right. I'm Apollo Justice. It's nice to finally meet you. Oh, so you are Apollo. Nick told me all about you. You're the new guy with a loud voice and a bit of an unreliable streak, right? Unreliable streak? What do you mean by that? Unreliable?
Well, that was 2 years ago. You have come a long way since.
So, why was I called here again? Am I under arrest again?
How many times has that been now? 2 times? All in all? No, 3 times.
First game. I think last game. No! Last game. 3 times. She's been arrested 3 times. Because I know she was kidnapped twice now. I remember the first game, she was the main suspect. I thought it was the... Yeah, first game. I know what first game. That is the one I remember. But there was one in the last game as well, where we were dealing with Phoenix's quote-unquote ex. But I thought it was the ex that actually was the defendant at that time. But I might have been wrong. 3 times? Holy shit, Maya. I guess no one's filled her in.
Well, she has been asleep this entire time.
Miss Faye, this is a trial of Daruki Sadman, and you're here as a witness. What? Daruk's been arrested? But... That's not exactly the reaction I was expecting.
Miss Faye, are you suspected of playing a part in the murder of Justice Minister Inga?
What?
Someone allegedly forced you to channel the minister to obfuscate the time of his murder. Obfuscate, that's a word. At last, that is what the defense claims.
Wait, what? How could you, Apollo? How did you even reach that conclusion?
Simple. We have 2 people. Well, we have 1 person in 2 places. One is dead, one is alive. Channeling. Sorry. It's the only way this whole case makes any sense. Your understandable anger at the defense aside, will you testify, Miss Faye?
Yes, Your Majesty. I don't have any idea what's going on, but I know I didn't channel Minister Inga. I didn't even have the chance to do something like that. Besides, I never go quietly along with some criminal's plan. Well, I guess there are some things I go quietly along with. Like what? A nice burger?
It seems the witness doesn't believe she has ever channeled Justice Minister Inga.
And if her words proven to be true defense, your argument, entire argument becomes moot. You do understand that, don't you?
Yes, of course.
It doesn't seem like Miss Faye is lying.
Apollo, Maya has been awfully secretive about something just now. And I guess I just dig a bit and try to get her open up to me first.
Yeah, like, I don't go quietly with this, but I go quietly with this. Whoops.
Hold it!
You've been asleep ever since you were rescued from the tomb, correct? Mm-hmm. I was exhausted after being held captive for so long.
That must have been terrible. Maya, Mrs. Inga didn't do anything to you, did he?
Oh, no, it wasn't like that. On the contrary, I asked him for all sorts of things. Was you his guest? What is going on?
Like what?
Like, I'm really craving burgers, and I'll die if I miss an episode of the Plum Punisher. Acting like a brat needed me a TV and even a few burgers from someplace. One other possibility: the queen wasn't with the other king the whole time. Yeah, or the other king is in her palm for some reason. Infidelity or blackmail perhaps, or they made a king and he's encouraged tripping balls so they don't remember anything. Or the third thing, Amara was channeling Inga, because it's something they say. Only the royals is capable of channeling, or should be capable of channeling. I don't know really how it works. So there are 3 people capable of channeling. Amara, which everyone believes is dead, and that's why it hasn't been brought up yet, because there isn't anything that's led to that yet. And the queen, and then Maya. He was surprisingly nice to me.
Are you sure we're talking about the same guy here?
He may have loomed large, but he wasn't expectedly easy to push around. I could not have seen that one. Even though he's the one who was responsible for pushing those execution papers through.
Oh, that.
Approving execution was simply his preferred method of stress relief. Oh, look, this person's gonna die is actually on execution. You know what, I'm just gonna prove it. Oh, I feel so much better now. The hell? With a wife like her, who was supposed to really pushing them through out of fear. Stress relief. Oh, dear lord.
I am beginning to see why you want to stage a coup.
Jesus. In any case, my time with the captivity wasn't so bad, but of all the things that happened, that was probably one of the weird-ass things I've heard happen here. Oh, I am just fucking stamping execution papers to relieve my own stress.
Hold it!
Are you sure about that? Maybe you just don't remember channeling him. Don't remember? I may be 28, but I'm not senile, you know. Something's not right here. Miss Faye, you were confined to Amara's tomb the whole time, is that correct? Yeah, but I wasn't conscious the whole time. Bingo. Basically, when someone is channeling someone, they are basically like sleeping. Okay, then let me ask you something. Did you ever see Naina in the tomb, dressed as the root? Is this some kind of joke? I think I remember if I saw something as crazy as that.
Plus, I doubt anyone would carry out a crime like that right in front of a potential witness.
I hate when he's right. She just called herself old. Southward cooked. Yeah, fair enough.
Hold it!
You didn't have a chance to channel him. Does channeling someone take a long time? Not really, once you get the hang of it, it's pretty much instantaneous. But I was all tied up, literally. So there was no way for me to make the channeling mudra with... Rest in peace, old is here. You both shall be missed. Good lord. Oh, I'm too childish. I guess you really didn't channeling it then.
Maya, when mediums are done with the session, they can send the spirit back to the other world themselves, right?
Sure, unless they're still in training. Amateurs can get possessed by spirits sometimes. But full-fledged mediums can stay in total control of a session. And they can send the deceased spirit away anytime they want. So I take it you can do that too, Miss Faye. Of course! It's a hint for the new and improved Mystic Maya Faye, a spirit medium. Okay, fair enough. That's gonna be a new game series. A spirit medium.
That's strange. It seemed like the same old childish Maya to me.
I'll show you childish, Nick. Rise, all childish grown-ups, rise.
Hold it!
So you wouldn't channel spirits for unseemly purposes? Of course not. Spirit channeling is my bread and butter. Why just bread and butter? You can have beef and potatoes. And take a lot of pride in my work. It's like, would you use your legal skills to commit a crime, Apollo? Well, until my finger pointing and objection becomes deadly, I don't see how they can be used. You can still hear the voices in the wind. Oh, good lord. Wow. You're a regular Mr. Smarty Pants, just like Nick. Always at the ready with some sarcastic comeback.
I think I saved my many objections for after the trial.
Yes, please. It's an old saying, because bread and butter was important and expensive. Ah, fair enough. Now it just sounds more of a why just that? Also, sorry, I think I just smacked my mic there. And anyway, I know you're good at something like murder. Because yeah, I know it's an old saying, I just didn't know really like why it was an old saying, I just know it's a saying, and I just thought it was kind of funny. Why just bread and butter? We can have beef and potatoes. Also, now I think about the whole channeling thing. Like, how does that work? Does the body turn into the body of the channeled or what? Yes, it does. Don't you remember? But don't you remember one of the first trilogy where 9-year-old pearls or 8-year-old pearls become a basically 30 years old double canon person? Basically, clothes aren't fitting. It sounds to me like you're trying to hide something, Miss Faye. Didn't anyone teach you about the respecting boundaries, Apollo? It's really rude to pry into a person's private affairs. Oh, Gavin is taking it as far as he can. Sorry, I didn't realize. Wait, we're in a court of law. Yeah, I know. Then what was all that about being rude? I'm just doing my job. So please, just tell me, what exactly are you hiding? I have squirrels in my pockets. Right, where's my Sorry, but I promised Daruk I wouldn't say. You made a promise to Daruk? A pretty big one. Yeah, I remember, but like, the implications just give me idea of an interesting... Fair enough, actually.
I think this is about all you're going to get out of her.
Yeah. Jesus. Enough. The witness is denying that she channeled any spirit. Further questioning is pointless. It appears your little fiction has been soundly exposed of for what it is. Maya, we are trying to help Daruk. Please! I don't even know why you're suspecting me in the first... We aren't suspecting you! You're a witness, for crying out loud! Only the girls can channel spirits, right? No boy... Don't know! I have never seen a boy in this game actually do it. I think only girls can do it, but that's just because of, like... here. I mean, you don't even have any evidence of me channeling Mr. Inga, do you? Oh, evidence, huh? There's no point in even thinking about it, really. I don't use anything special to channel spirits. There wouldn't be anything left behind.
That's true. Just like with Channel, the High Priest, all Maya needs is her own body. If the defense has no evidence to offer, I will have to end this cross-examination. First time I'm gonna saying this, but man, is Maya being stupid here.
Yeah, kinda. I just promised the Rook to not say anything. Okay, enough. We're gonna have to stop this cross-examination so you lose. Yeah, listen to her, like, Maya, you're trying to help the Rook. So are we. She wants him killed.
I think they might mention that only Fae women can do it in the first game, but not clear on that.
The Fae and probably the same, like, branching trees, because these ones aren't Faes, these are just others.
What now? Even if she doesn't use any special items, do the channeling herself.
You think there would be something to complete the deception?
Is there any proof that Justice Minister Inga was channeled?
Oh, crying out loud.
No. 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 No.
That, and if they lose Apollo, Finn is dead as well. Yep. Yep. I absolutely agree. Oh, that this was gonna happen, to be honest. Fuck, I'm just gonna say none at all. Nope, I don't see how there could be, Your Majesty. Oh, did I just say the wrong thing? Excuse me. I'm glad you're telling the whole court about me trying to bluff. Okay, don't worry everybody, I'm just gonna bluff here for a moment. As to whether there is proof that Mr. Inga was channeled. Even I couldn't find it. Even Maya is like, why don't you try to bluff? There is a proof. Really? She has the member of a goldfish or something. You're bluffing, I take it. Ask Maya, she gave me the idea. Alright, you forgot already. Okay, we know that when Raifa saw her father, he wasn't dressed like Miss Faye, right?
Right, because he was...
Raifa would have immediately know.
Rival would have immediately known if he was being channeled.
So that means he was dressed in his usual suit when Raifa saw him.
Ah, good thinking, Apollo. This might be the perfect angle to attack from.
Also, for some reason, I was looking for proof of the Rook being channeled. Don't ask me why. Kinda stupid. Could it be this thing? I actually don't know.
Alright, let's have an answer from the defense. What proof do you have that Miss Faye channeled Justice Minister Inga?
It depends on... Where is my marker? There it is. I can't see it from here. We have this thing. If the Rook was being channeled, then we have big problems. Yeah, we really have. I'm gonna lose here. Hold on. Just in case, I only have one life left just because of me fucking around before. When I was concentrating on my nuggies. Yeah, the only thing I can find that has anything to do with Minister Inga is this thing. But it was never close to it.
Is that a gemstone?
We found this among the ashes of the tomb's incense burners. Oh, they burned the clothing! Oh! Wait, why is there only one then? There's supposed to be like at least 4 or something. Does this gemstone ring any bells, Your Eminence? What was that doing in the tomb? Ah, so you do recognize it. Wonderful. Then we're not gonna have too much problems. But then, as his wife, how could you not recognize this gemstone button from your husband's jacket? I don't get where you're going with this. Channel Princess Inga alone wouldn't be enough to fool someone like Princess Raifa. Especially if he were wearing your clothes. So you would have So you would have had to change it to the minister's clothes before channeling him. That explains. For some reason, I just thought he dropped it. Because that was the only thing there. If it was more gemstones, I could kind of understand. There was only one gemstone. Miss Faye, you used the Minister Inga's clothing to cover as a cover while going from his room to the tomb. Where you burned them once you had no longer needed them. And I don't think that. Reason why I don't think that is because Miss Raifa saw Naina being quote-unquote attacked by a dog. When she came down, Naina was nowhere to be seen. And I think after that, she basically heard her father scream, run out of the room, and then in there. It is still Naina. No one has yet to bring that goddamn thing up. What?
Uh-oh. You seem generally surprised by that, Apollo.
Miss Bay? Yes? Do you know my husband's name? It was Inga Karkul Kurain, right? That is correct. In part. Here we go. Here we go with a big ass name, which I actually love so much. But there's more. Much more. Inga Kurain. How could this name be? The funny part is I didn't even press a button. It was just so automatic you didn't have enough time to read it all. That is his true name. Could it be any longer? That's exactly in his name. Due to its length, only a portion of it was ever made public. So, McFay, did you know his true name? No, I mean, how could I? Precisely. Yet a medium must know both the face and true name of the one who she seeks to channel. So then, Miss Faye couldn't have channeled Minister Inga. That's what I've been saying this whole time. Why do I want to randomly channel some old guy I don't know? And didn't like, thanks to that last trial. I can't believe this.
Apollo, I really don't think Maya's lying. However, the line of reasoning still seems credible to me.
I agree, but there's something tripping us up in the details. Maybe we're working off some wrong assumption again. No, well, they are. We are not. I already know. We know who channeled because of who we saw last at Minister Inga's place. We knew who actually pretended to be Daruk just because of one specific spot no one ever tried to actually look for. And we also know, if I'm not mistaken by what I said before in the game, that all the royals is capable of channeling, or should be capable of channeling. Which means that if the last royal is still alive, which they have told us as well, we have someone who can channel. Biggest issue with a fucking female dog queen that keeps going. Yeah. Apollo? I was thinking. Yeah? Since I didn't channel Minister Inga, is it possible that someone else did? Someone else? But who else could it have been? I haven't thought that far yet. Such chatter is without merit. Let us move on, shall we? In with the axe. She be hitting us with that nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. I don't care what Garan says. We're going to figure this out. If it wasn't Miss Faye and the Queen, that's alibi, then
Apollo, forget about who is capable of channeling spirit for a second.
I should consider the circumstances around the channeling, right?
Right, we know Rifus, her father, come running out of his private quarters. If it was being channeled at the time, who could it have been?
It would have been someone who was in Inga's private quarters. Nina.
well, I am waiting the fence, and you know how much I despise waiting.
Yes, but there is someone else besides Miss Faye who could have channeled Mr. Inga. There's just one more person, and they were in Inga's private quarters. That person is our only hope now.
So the defense believes there was another. Let's have your serious answer then.
With pleasure.
Horned devil. Who could have channeled Mr. Inga?
Nina.
Take that!
Nina.
Your Eminence said it yourself. That's right. Nina never did go into the tomb that day. Instead, she entered my husband's private quarters. How do you know? It's quite simple. Shoe prints were discovered in Inga's quarters. Yeah. Fair enough. And then there's her benevolent statement. She said that Nina disappeared right after she entered Minister Inga's private quarters. The room from which Minister Inga himself came running out not long afterwards.
You are not seriously suggesting.
Imagine how quickly her defense would crumble if the princess just went, the former queen is still alive and kept prisoner by my mother. Oh yeah, definitely. That's basically why the queen says it's best for everyone not to mention it. It's the only thing that makes sense. Nina channeled Mr. Inga and left his private quarters thereafter. That's why no one has seen her since. And why only the minister's shoe prints were found outside his residence? Yeah, there was only Inga's outside and Nina's inside. Best for her, not ever for everyone. Yeah, exactly, but she basically says for everyone.
That's gonna be it. Nina must have somehow channeled the minister.
Well, the circumstantial evidence has fallen into place. You can't ignore it anymore. You can't claim Nina isn't connected to this case somehow. I know, I'm just stating that what's actually said, you know, between the lines. Yeah, I know exactly. That is what she means. Because basically, she says it's for the best because, oh, what if someone wants to kill her? But who is in power right now? Mara or her or Garan? Basically Garan. No one needs to know. In light of this, the defense called Nina to the stand.
Well, Your Eminence.
No one knows where she is.
Very well then. Let's call Nina to testify.
Yes, now we can finally crack this case wide open.
Let's adjourn while the witness is summoned.
There is no need. Nina is in the waiting.
What? Nina's here. I thought she's gone missing.
It seems she was feeling unwell and simply wished to rest undisturbed. But her concern for Rifa brought her here today.
Today? Mate, like, Rifa was calling Nina, she never came. And she was concerned for Rifa and was brought here today by that. But, okay. She took time off with the Rifa's knowledge or consent. I'm betting there's
I'm betting there's more to her disappearing act than meets the eye, Apollo. Oh, hell yeah, it is. I just realized, Jesus Christ, that's her hair! Let me guess, it's not Nina, it's someone posing as her, or she's being pursued, blackmailed to follow what the queen says. Probably, but also, Nina has the same forehead mark as the murderer. But not only that, she also has the same mark as this woman, which is Mara. Tara? Mara? I think it was Mara. So, yeah. Also, I didn't realize her hair was, like, we have already seen her with her hat. Wait, hold on. Oh, yeah, actually the hat goes up like, okay, like, I don't know, 2 things. I don't know even what it could be. Her hat keeps her hair up. Like, dear lord, that's a lot of hair.
Yes, of course. Her Eminence has informed me what this man here suspect I have committed a crime.
So this is Nina. That's quite a hairdo. That is like, I want to have long hair, but I don't want to have long hair.
Though I will say, I suppose I'm not as old as I had thought. If this horn-headed nincompoop
Now we know where she's learned all the words from.
would take me for a criminal.
Nincompoop. Isn't that Rifa's favorite insult? Ah, they did say that the one that basically raised Rifa was Nina, so fair enough. The insult comes from Nina.
You there, young hornhead. You're accusing me of slaying Mr. Inga and channeling his spirit, yes? What an active imagination you have. Young folks are so wonderfully open-minded.
Thanks. Just take the compliment, Justice. Just take the compliment. Now then, will the witness please proceed with the testimony? That is called witness wishes to know if you did or did not channel Mr. Inga in his private quarters.
I was feeling unwell I was feeling under the weather yesterday and decided to rest these weary bones. Besides, a lawless servant such as I could not possibly be an honorable spirit medium. Only members of the royal family can learn the art of a spirit channeling here in Kurain. After Queen Amara's passing, Her Eminence Queen Garan is the only spirit medium left. If you believe a medium could be culprit, it would have to be that young lass Maya Fey.
Nope. And there you have it. It seems we have been summoned her for nothing. Only those of the royal bloodline would have the power of spirit channeling. And there we go. But we already know Mara is still alive. The funny part is, she is acting like Mara is not alive, even though we know she is alive. That servant, such as that a servant such as Nina could channel spirits is most unamusing jest. On the surface, anyway. But our line of reasoning has led us to this end, that Nina channeled Inga's spirit. Alright, the defense may now question the witness. Also, an ad is about to start. Just warning. And I can't pause it this time because I already used all my snoozes. I think the most interesting parts are the last part.
Hold it!
Okay, then What if you actually have a royal blood in your veins, Nina? Like a distant relative or something?
I'm from a line of humble fishermen, all the way back to my grandfather's grandfather.
Well, saying things like only our bloodline can do X is super naive and dumb. If the lineage managed to do it, other lineage should also be able to do it. Yeah, sort of actually. It's kind of the same thing with like Pearl and Maya, they're cousins. Which is two different lines, technically. It's just that they met up somewhere.
I never have ever heard a talk about royal or noble ancestry.
Apollo, if a spirit channel is a secret art passed down from a mother to a daughter, then even with royal ancestors, it'd be impossible to learn without the right training.
It is as Barber once says. It also must be mentioned that the secret art is only thought here in Kingdom of Khura'in, and your country's Khura'in village.
Why are things falling into place like I expected to? I would ask the witness to continue her testimony. Daft. Oh right, we already done that. We're gonna. This is actually where we're gonna like press on a bit because we know she's alive. Queen Amara was the victim of an assassination, right?
Yes, she was a beautiful, gentle soul, but she fell in love with a man of dubious origins, and was murdered in a terrible blaze. Fate can be so cruel.
So she's actually still alive.
Poor Nina, yet another follower, unwittingly praying over an empty sarcophagus.
Mara, the queen who has been locked away. But the fact that she's still alive shackles Nitha to Garan's will. Nitha, the only reason you're still standing there by that woman's side is because you're afraid of what would happen to Amara otherwise, right?
We need not recount such ancient history. Let us continue with the witness testimony.
Hold it!
Miss Faye was being held hostage. Yeah, he's just standing there. He's basically like a side character now. She was completely tied up and didn't even know Mr. Inga's true name, making it possible for her to kill or channel him.
Bah! I know nothing of that.
Objection!
Listen, you horned devil. Were you not just insisting that it was Maya Faye who had channeled Mr. Inga? My, how quickly you changed tune.
Nope, I'm just quick on my feet when new information presents itself. I'm also quick to force my biggest smile one time like this, the man said. Basically, he's about to shoot himself.
It's great that you're following my advice, Apollo. But try not to look so forced while you do, would you? Nina is right about one thing, though. Only those of royal bloodline can be spirit mediums in Khura'in. Common foes like us are out of luck.
Yeah, I guess so. Still, I think I'll finally be closer to connecting all the dots. One point. I'm gonna check something. What does this image say? A photo showing Daruk and Amara's life on the run about 23 years ago. Should I use the image? It doesn't really. Well, it does prove, but I don't know if it proves yet. Okay, I'm gonna press the other two. It's not. If nothing pops up, it's gonna be a proof of something. At least he looks presentable when his soul flies out of his body. Yeah, it really does. Albie's dog stole your hat when you were in the courtyard yesterday afternoon. Was it after that you decided to take a rest?
I had been feeling unwell all day and had pushed myself too hard. I kept feeling weak and dizzy, and that dirty mongrel only served to worsen my condition.
Well, I sympathize with you, Nina. You took the whole day off without informing Princess Rifle. She was very worried about you, you know.
Oh, how very kind of her benevolence. But she need not to concern herself with the welfare of a mere servant such as I.
Except to Raifa, Nina's not just a mere servant.
To even think of a commoner could channel spirits or slay minister, what hogwash.
Hold it!
I hear you're the head servant, isn't that right?
Are you suggesting that my position afford me the ability to channel spirits?
Since you're the head servant of a family of channelers, it's possible. If you wanted to, it's not impossible for you to learn through exposure.
I think not, for that goes against the very underpinnings of the kingdom of Kurain. To become a spirit medium requires a noble spirit and rigorous training. I read as righteous, and I was like, what is righteous with you? Rigorous, yes. But most importantly, one must be direct descendant of the family. It is not simply some hobby one can take up in the manner of knitting or gardening.
So Economist can never become medium, no matter how hard they try.
That is common knowledge to all who are born and raised here, young hornhead.
Oh shit, he was actually raised here, he should be able to know that. Yeah, he was sort of raised here. Oh, right! She died like 24 years ago, 23 years ago. And this is with them on the run, after Queen Amara's passing. Fuck it, I'm gonna do this. There we go. They stared me straight in the face. Okay, so I presented what makes sense in terms of a direct contradiction. Except I don't know how to make it sense in the large context of this case.
Well, is the defense going to follow this loud objection with a sound explanation? Or are you gonna stand there?
Oh, sorry. How to put this? I believe there's a problem with Nina's testimony.
Go on, I am waiting, you know.
She asserted that she could not possibly be a spirit medium because in Kuran only members of the royal family can learn how to channel spirits.
Yeah, I do fail to see the problem in that statement, defense.
Hold on, I'm getting to it, your majesty, just hold your horses. Nina stated that an absolute falsehood. Since we know that Amara is still alive, at the same time circumstantial evidence points to Nina channeling Inya. Have you checked the forehead, mate? After all, just after she entered his private quarters, Inya came running out screaming, despite having been killed at 2 p.m. That would mean that Nina channeled Inya. Even though supposedly one of those of the royal family are only those of the royal family capable of doing so. Wait. Is it too late to ask for a refund on my trip down the rabbit hole? Hell nah, Alice, let's go. Mr. Wright, you may think I've lost my mind with this bluff, but if I can at least establish a possibility, I think it'll give us the break we need. I love his like, Mr. Wright, I have a glorious and absolutely half-assed idea that might actually work, and I'm afraid of it.
Wait, are you going to propose that what I think you are?
Yes, it's a huge risk, but I think there is a chance I can prove it. Will the court take a look at this photo? This photo is very existent. To say nothing of the person in it, contradicts the witness' claim that Queen Garan is the only remaining spirit medium in Kurai. Oh, devil, you mustn't try to stop me. I am unstoppable. Oh, but I must. Under these circumstances, the outcome of this trial depends on it. But you already knew that, didn't you, Your Eminence? Will the defense please explain who is shown in the photograph? You must know, right? I'm pretty certain you were still alive at that point? You were... how old? 20? You was at least alive when Amara was alive. Or Queen. The person in this photo, the previous Queen Amara Sigatar Kurain, contrary to popular beliefs, she was never assassinated. In fact, she's very much alive. What? But that's nonsense. Take a good look at the law book in the photo, Your Majesty. The mark of the dragon branded on it could only have been placed there after Queen Amara's supposed assassination. And this is nothing really can hide or even lie about. It is actually the truth. They made that law just because of his he assassinating the queen. So if she's still alive, that book wouldn't exist then. While I personally find it hard to believe. I will allow the defense to continue. You may proceed, defense. Hard to believe and hard to believe. We have a photograph. Queen Amara's death was staged to keep her safe from her would-be killer. Yet, according to Rook, she is actually being held captive somewhere. By the Queen. But the real truth is that Queen Amara is not being held in confinement. Rather, she walks freely among us. Here in this very courtroom today. But how? Do not be deceived, Your Majesty. The Red Pepper is skilled in waving plausible lies. It is the cunning lawyer art known as bluffing. Yeah, I also have a bluff to you. Do you know what you all have in your faces to actually point out to what you are? Look at the photo and look at the person in front of you, which apparently did not decide. Sort of a sad. Yeah, fair enough. But know this. There is no need to fear his fortune.
Objection!
That's where you're wrong, prosecutor, cause you'll be quaking in your boots soon enough. Is that so? It's my turn, Ninta. To wake you up to the truth right before your eyes. Queen Amara is still very much alive and has been disguising themselves as old woman. I was about to say old man. Old woman Nina. This is the simplest and cleanest explanation for everything we have covered so far. The person who killed Minister Inga. Yeah, the little diamond there. It's someone with intimate knowledge of the divination science. The medium who channeled the minister in order to mask the real time of his death. Condense these traits into one person and you get a spirit medium of royal blood. And that person is none other than you, Nina. Your true identity is former Queen Amara and the killer we've been looking for all along. What? What?
Objection!
Have you finally lost your mind, Justice? What you're saying is beyond blasphemous, even in the depths of hell.
Oh my, such frightening allegations.
Indeed, that's absolutely ludicrous to boot. No evidence Queen Amara yet lives, and is actually being Nina here. Have you gone truly mad? You don't have to take my word for it. In fact, a certain someone can help me prove it. Your Eminence. Shit yourself as if this is actually Queen Amara. Oh, look, she did. If Queen Amara truly is dead, you should be able to channel her spirit right here, right now. Isn't that correct? Oh, that is such a blow, actually. It really, truly is a blow. Because right now they are. You must be mad for thinking she is dead. Hey, Queen, can you channel her spirit real quick? Edith's just gonna say something like, I do not wish to. But she seemed to actually be like, oh, fuck. I can deny it no longer. The lawyer speaks the truth. Nina, the woman who stands here before us, is Amara, the former queen, believed to have perished 23 years ago. He can't even say it! Don't swear in front of your mother. Finally, we finally got Inga's real killer on the stand. Wait, hold on! So either... No, wait, that can't be working either. How is this gonna work? Because right now the killer basically killed a royal. We're just gonna be fucking executed. So either it is Daruk, or it is Amara. So, but if we do Amara, Amara is still royal. Basically, we're either gonna take away one of the parents here. No. Amara Sigatari Kurai. Please drop the act and tell us what really happened.
Oh, dearie me. I guess I shouldn't have underestimated the power of youth. Well done, Hornhead.
I am still gonna keep the voice though. Oh. Alright. Long ass sleeves. Okay, she's a magical girl apparently. What's going on here? She's transforming. Damn! Okay. That's a transformation.
I was getting tired of masquerading as an old woman anyway.
But apparently cannot drop the voice. I thought she looked a bit too old, like a bit old to be Daruk's wife. Yeah, even I thought so. It's like you're basically hunting down, looking forward, glasses, like we know you're Amara, but sure as hell, like you look at least 20 to 30 years older than he is. But still, apparently a transformation like a magical girl. God damn. Well-deserved magical girl transformation, I'd say. Yeah, definitely.
It has been far too long since I greeted you good people of Khura'in. It is I, Amara Sigatar Khura'in, your former queen.
As I said, I'm still gonna keep the voice though. Queen Amara? Oh, he is defeated. And I thought Garan's makeover was extreme. Can it really be true? You are alive and well.
It is true. I feel as if I have been called back from the Twilight Realm. I fear I have caused all of you a great deal of distress.
They really do look like the opposite of each other, doesn't they? One looks holy and one looks unholy. Or well, holy and holy. I would say like one of those like holy that is like you wouldn't actually trust them.
Amara, I am sorry. I was unable to keep your secret any longer. I hope you can forgive me. It is quite alright, Garan. I am safe now. For Daruk, that blackguard who threatened my life will be recaptured soon enough. I need not conceal my identity any longer.
Now, I think either you are lying to us about like, oh, him being like Blackheart is being bad or something, or someone's lying to you. What was what? Did I say something wrong again? Because I feel like I did was something that happened. What's up, Maestro? What happened? Or did you just react to her wanting to kill the Rook as well? Now to what she said, yeah, basically, oh, we were gonna recapture the Rook and execute him.
Queen Amara, what does this all mean? Were you not killed in the fire 23 years ago?
I barely escaped the place with my life. But thought I survived, I knew that scoundrel would make further attempts on my life. Therefore, I staged my death and abdicated the throne to my dear youngest sister, Garan.
But the building of the Great Tomb? And disguise yourself as a lowly servant. Why would you do such a thing?
Didn't you just explain being safe?
Garan, I would have you explain. I wished for her to be close at hand. It was the only way I felt I could protect her.
Ran looks like Dark Link to Amara. Yeah, kinda actually. Like a shadow doppelganger. Yep.
And it was the best way to hide her from the eyes of the public. After all, who could have conceived of Amara lowering her station to that of a servant?
Oh, she got that right. Even the Rook thought Amara was being held captive in some far-off place.
Never even guessed she was living as a servant right in plain sight.
I must say, our life dedicated to the servitude of others is not the least bit disagreeable. It is quite a humble existence, far removed from the tedium of regal duties. But those days of peace have ended. It is all because of you, Hornhead.
You should consider yourself lucky if that's all this ends with.
If there is something you wish to say, then say it.
It doesn't matter who you are, you won't escape the crime you committed. The defense moves to indict you as Justice Minister Inga's real killer. Yes, because you are actually the queen now, we know that. You are fitting into the picture.
What's this? You would accuse Queen Amara of a homicide? Grand Priestess of Kurano, you can't do that! She's virtually a goddess in the eyes of their people.
But that would help. If you commit a crime, you better be ready to do the time. Be a priest, saint, queen of God.
Oh, I've never met such an egalitarian person.
Queen Amara, in your years disguised as Nina, you would have learned about Minister Inga's disorder. So you knew you could dress in Daruk's clothes to forge a convincing seance visions. Second of all, still the forehead. A goddess who lied to you all years. Both the sisters did. Yeah, there's something odd here though. Like, why? Like, for example, they were basically on the run 23 years ago. And then she decided to hide from Daruk. There is definitely something going on here, and I don't know what it is. Isn't that right?
What a curious character you are. You would label me a murderer.
100%. Yeah, there's something.
The one who the people regards as the reincarnation of the Holy Mother herself.
You may be a grand figure in Kurain, but as a foreigner, you're just another suspect to me. True. We're not a Kurainese. Doesn't change the fact that the royal family has been lying to the people for more than 20 years. Yep, agreed.
It would appear your words are not in jest. I am to suffer the insulting of my good name with accusations of murder most foul.
Please, Queen Amara, forgive his impudence. The law knows not what he speaks.
Oh, fear not, good Majesty, for this is the sacred hall of justice. Though I am a grand priestess on this stand, I am but a witness like any other.
No, you're a suspect.
I shall face his accusations with grace and benevolence. Also,
Where is Daruk? He basically said, Amara, I'm coming to save you, and bailed. Where did he actually try to go? She's here. I have no idea what's going on with Daruk right now.
Your compassion overfloweth your mercifulness.
oh, young lawyer, in my benevolence, I must warn you that your assertion suffers from a tragic flaw.
There's a flaw?
Neither.
Yes, your mercifulness.
Who was present in the tomb when the murder was discovered?
It's gonna burst in a last second later when it looks like you're about to lose. Yeah, kinda. Daruk's son, Maya Fey, and the victim minister Inga. First of all, who has the key to the sarcophagus? The royal family and some servants, or at least the highest servants. You had the goddamn key to the place and could hide in there, you bugger.
I see. That is a fatal flaw indeed. It appears Queen Amara can possibly have gone to the tomb as Minister Inga.
What? Why not? Because basically he went there just before they were gonna meet up, and then was gone.
Do not keep the defense waiting, Neither. Explain how wrong he truly is.
Yes, your mercifulness. Her benevolence, Princess Rifle, saw Minister Inga entered the tomb around 2:30 p.m. Yet your defense claimed the person she saw was the minister being channeled by Queen Amara. However, if her mercifulness had channeled him, I'll move it to the tomb. And then once she was done channeling,
Yeah, there would be an Amara in there.
Queen Amara will have re-emerged and be left.
Oh, yeah.
And she tried to exit before you all arrived. Princess Rife, who had been looking down upon the courtyard, would have seen her. However, her benevolence saw nothing of the sort.
I kind of feel I lose his voice sometimes.
In conclusion,
Especially now when I'm almost about, like, my stomach doing something. Not something bad, but just like, oof.
in conclusion, Queen Amara could not have left the tomb without being discovered.
Except one tiny detail, the damn coffin is empty. Yeah, I know. They do say, though, that it basically has a lock and key. And they did say that only trustworthy people such as the Queen and King, and probably the highest servant, Queen Amara, has actually the key. So yeah, she could have hid in there.
And yet, she was there in the tomb when the murder was discovered. Yes.
No, she wasn't.
And how do you see? Your flimsy claims has been uprooted like a sapling in a flood.
Not really.
Well, that was entertaining, Prosecutor Sadman. Assume the prosecution of this case and clear your mother's good name.
You wish me to take over?
Yes, prosecutor, prosecute your father to save your mother. Jesus.
Apollo, please. Why write character to have the IQ of an amoeba? So annoying. Fair enough.
What a pig. What a poignant fate you bear. But bear it you must. Are you ready?
Yes, Your Eminence.
And there you have it, Your Majesty. I shall watch the rest of the proceedings from the sidelines. I relinquish completely control of this sacred hall to your authority once more.
Why, thank you, Your Eminence. That was about time. And now then, Your Mercifulness, your testimony, if you please.
Now I shall destroy your utter absurd and barbarous theory. I was not anywhere near the tomb following the murder. Your theory were correct. I could have been in the tomb once. I would have been in the tomb once I had stopped channeling. My husband Daruk is the killer, but he has fled from this sacred hall. May the Holy Mother rain judgment upon the traitor Daruk Sadman for his crimes.
Okay, there is basically only one thing in there that fits, and it's like I would have been in there.
Oh, such marvelous testimony. You truly are a treasure, Your Mercifulness.
This too is but the grace of her Holy Mother. No doubt my unmasking here today was her will as well.
Oh my, the Holy Mother, you say?
Yes, surely Her Holiness has guided me to this witness stand.
I was about to say each time she does that, I feel she's gonna do a Disney princess and call upon birds. I did not expect Bambi and the tiger as well. I was about to mention something, and the game beat me to it.
Oh, how magnificent, Queen Amara, the Holy Mother Messenger here on Earth.
Where did those animals come from? Is there a zoo nearby? Oh, wait, they didn't actually have zoo. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with that tiger's eyes? I don't know. It looked weird, though. It looked extremely cartoonish.
And now then, the defense may question the witness. But remember, she is a Grand Priestess, so disrespect will not be tolerated. That means no pointing out conflicts, consistencies, or any other flaws in her testimony.
Isn't that the point of me doing a cross-examination? Wait, hold on. You're telling me not to do a cross-examination here? Hold on. No pointing out conflicts, inconsistencies, or any other flaws in her testimony. Wait, hold on. You're telling me not to do my job? Really, the fuck? Also, yeah, there is something going on with the tiger's eyes. God, a chipmunk? No, it's a squirrel. Is it a chipmunk or a squirrel? I know what a squirrel is, and I know what a chipmunk is. Yeah, that must be a chipmunk. A chipmunk is has those stripes. A squirrel, on the other hand, I've seen squirrels before. We have squirrels around here. People like him is the reason why the royal family in this land is so high in power. It's a chipmunk. Yeah, it's a chipmunk. Thank you. For some reason, I just saw this and was like, yeah, the tail is like a squirrel. But like, hold on, it's not a squirrel, because squirrels are more like red-brown. It doesn't have the stripes. It was kind of like the tail throwing me off. Wait, Hold on. Does chipmunks have the tail as well?
I'm definitely spelling this completely wrong.
Oh no, they actually do have those tails. I thought they had like these tiny ass tails. Yeah, I know. Yes, it is a squirrel, but it's another kind of squirrel. I'm thinking about the squirrel that I commonly see around here, which is one of those brown-red ones. I have not seen one of these ones. Also, in translation to Swedish, a chipmunk is a roughly translated a earth squirrel. Red squirrel, yes. Thank you. So, I know it is a squirrel animal. It's just, I wanted to figure out if it was the type I was thinking of, or it was the type of the other type. But yeah, for some reason I thought like the chipmunks just had like stumps of tails. Apparently not. So I know they're in the same family. I was just thinking of like which one it was. Okay, that doesn't mean anything. I was not anywhere near the tomb following the murder. Okay. Were theory correct, I would have been in the tomb once I have stopped channeling. My husband Daruk is the killer, but he has fled from the sacred hall. May the Holy Mother reign judge. Okay, so the first and last of them means shit. I would say the only thing that means anything is this thing. Sure, this kind of means something as well, but I cannot really contradict it if I was not near the tomb following the murder. I can somehow contradict though that she could have been there. Press. I'll admit you weren't in the tomb after the murder.
Very good, but that very truth refutes your theory.
You recorded Earth Soul Squirrel, straight to the point if you ask me. Yeah, exactly. But that's basically why I said a chipmunk or a squirrel, because squirrel, translated for us, is ekorre, while chipmunk is jordekorre. Basically two different names, so that's why I said squirrel or chipmunk. I know they're both from the same family, it's just that for some reason it was like the whole thing was like, I thought it supposedly looked different. It might just be because I haven't really seen one in real life, so for some reason I thought that the tail was just like a little boop. Not like the squirrel I remember to be seeing. Also, we had a squirrel that was nuts. It really liked being around people. I remember, I think it was my birthday. The bloody squirrel were actually knocking on the window and wanted cake. I am not joking. It knew it was people inside and basically came to the window and said hi. It was probably the same one that actually joined us for having cookies and and something to drink outside. Yeah, I probably was thinking of Chip and Dale, I'm not gonna lie. That was the first thing I actually had in mind.
Precisely. You said yourself the fence Queen Amara was not there after the murder. The only living soul in the tomb at the time were Daruk Satman and Maya Fey.
But yes, it basically joined us while we were outside with like cookies and like something to drink. There were other squirrels with it, but they took a cookie and ran. This bugger took a cookie and sat beside us, like zup. How's it going? I love that squirrel. I don't know for how long squirrels lives. I'm pretty certain it is late in age and doesn't exist anymore, but I love that squirrel. That squirrel knows the best place to find cake, yeah. Also, that's actually so... It kinda is! I think it actually joined my father one time when he was trying to, like, cut the lawn with, like, one of the drivable lawnmowers. I don't know what they're fully called in, like, English. But basically, like, he ran up his leg or something, was like, I want to join you! Or is it was sitting behind him? I don't remember. It was something like that. Realized we have our family of Disney princesses. Oh, that was probably the most stupid comment I've ever had.
There is no escaping such simple truth.
Is there anything I can actually... Squirrels generally live about 10 years. yeah, I am pretty certain I was around the 10, I would say 12 or younger. Because I'm pretty certain it was not when I was in gymnasium. It was before that. And I was 16 when that was. I don't know if it was... I can't even translate like the school things because it's such a weird translation. I think it was at least from like 13 and younger. So yeah, it is definitely not with us anymore. I was definitely extremely young because I don't remember all of the times, I just remember some. So I would actually say younger than 12. So I would say it might have not existed when I was like 13 or something. No, that must be 3. But it was still actually old or mid-old, so it might have been for like 5 years, so 5 more years. Yeah, something like that, I don't know. Is there anything I can press? Well, maybe. You were hiding inside the sarcophagus. After all, it does technically belong to you. I bet you have no trouble opening it.
If I had been in there, I could have not been here today. For that tomb has been under constant surveillance since the murder. I would have never been able to leave.
I guess not. If I might ask, what's in that sarcophagus anyway? You're still alive, so... Don't tell it actually is Jove Justice corpse in there. Don't tell me it's actually Apollo's father's corpse in there.
There is the despair, sadness, hatred, and malice. Only one brave enough to see the truth hidden within.
What truth? You are here! If it's not empty, then you are definitely hiding a skeleton in your closet. And your closet is a sarcophagus. Yeah, that would really be bad. But to be honest, they didn't really say anything about it. We know that Daruk talked about Jove Justice dying in that fire. But no one else has really been doing that. People have just said there was a corpse and must have been Amara. So, I guess they basically thought it was her.
I could discover the final hope, my continued corporeality.
You completely lost me.
In other words, it's empty. But no one dared to open it because they were too scared of the curse.
Where is actually Jove's Justice buried?
And now will you dispense with your theory? It is empty as my sarcophagus.
God, I need to find something. I don't think I can press on anything. I'm gonna do this. Just press on this just because. There must be a reason why he had to make his escape today.
A reason? Perhaps.
Perhaps what?
Perhaps to conceal himself and lie in wait for another chance to claim my life.
What's this?
Objection!
No. It's definitely not like that. You're mercifulness. First of all, you don't really believe he's trying to kill you, do you? After all, you two ran off together after he rescued you all those years ago.
That was only because he had the audacity to claim it wasn't me. You must believe me. It was my duty as a wife to her husband to bend that ear to him, was it not?
Don't call upon more animals, your arms are gonna be tired.
Communication after disagreement is the secret to a long and happy marriage.
Yes, and then hide for 20 years and hoping he dies soon is apparently another one. Sure, I guess. What do you think, Mr. Wright? Don't ask me. True, he's not married. Maya?
That is why I listened to Daruk. However, he didn't have a shred of evidence to support his claim.
Wait, didn't he have any other? Oh, okay, wait, hold on. We actually have a big ass file of these. The arson incidents involving Amara's private residence. Amara was slipped a sleeping pill and perished in the fire. The lighter found in the scene had Daruk's fingerprints on it, okay? Apollo's roving musician father got caught up in this accident and lost his life. He was struck in the head by the culprit. The victim's passport and any pictures of him were burned up in the fire without knowing his real name. No divination seance could be performed. Oh, they know he was actually died in the fire, so he probably is buried somewhere else. As a son of the terrorist Daruk, Ninetha was expelled from the royal family. The idea that the sins of a father are visited upon his children is deeply rooted in the minds of Kuranese people. Jesus. Okay, that doesn't really say much though.
It grieves me to admit it, but my husband truly did murder me.
That's quite enough. It's abundantly clear that Queen Amara's testimony follows.
Do you understand now, lawyer?
I just love trying to do the old woman's voice for someone like her right now. So Daruk going around for years to find you, save you, and take down the corrupt regime for causing people and himself suffer loss is just pure acting? I have no idea. Amara should have been in the tomb after the minister's murder, but she wasn't. I don't get it. How did she just vanish from the scene of the crime like that? It shouldn't be possible for normal people to... For normal people? Ah. Maybe... Maybe what? Your Majesty. I think I can explain why Queen Amara wasn't there in the tomb after the murder. Very well, the fans do explain. I believe it was accomplished through a method only she is capable of. And by using this special method, it could be possible for her to literally disappear. Well, don't keep us waiting, let's hear it. How did Queen Amara disappear from the tomb? She clung to the ceiling. Fucking gremlin up there like, haha, you can't see me. All she had to do was channel someone. Then she could easily disappear from the scene of the crime. After all, she would literally be someone else. But I believe that actually makes sense. What do you have to say about that, Queen Amara?
You believe that I, Grand Priestess, would use the sacred power of spirit channeling to commit murder?
Honestly, if I was Daruk and found this out after trying to save my wife after so many years, I would be pissed, and this illusion would have left her the hyenas. Yeah, fair enough. Jesus. That didn't really scare me, but I was looking at chat, and when I looked back and pressed A, that just happened. I was kind of in a shock. Jesus. That came out of nowhere. I was just looking over, I pressed A, and every animal just vanished. How dare you spew such wild blasphemy defense. Jesus. You will retract your last statement or face immediate execution. Well, she didn't really not agree to it.
No, good Majesty, it's quite alright. Kuranese also teaches that we must respond at all times with response principle. Well, with reason principle.
You mean like opening your eyes and letting God smite us? Like, what was that? Was that a reasonable principle? Or whatever you called it. Yeah, reason principle.
Therefore, I shall offer a measured response to this blasphemous accusation.
Do you have something to counter with?
Indeed, now, are you listening?
Blasphemy, blasphemy. Thank you. When I read words, I literally read every single word. It's like when I said, you know, like read pterodactyl. It's like I just want to. If I would read, it would just be like the P, but like pterodactyl. I know how to spell that, like say that at least. It's just like it's kind of how the things is for me. It's like I read it, but I can't see how it's supposed to be pronounced because, like, where is the P? And like, yeah, no, sometimes the P is silent, but for me, it's like a math that doesn't go together.
Would not have been possible to simply vanish by means of spirit channeling. After all, it was quite. I would require a deceased person to channel. However, there was only one murder victim in the tomb.
The P is in the toilet, flushed down the pipes. Yeah, and apparently a F took its place and a U.
That was Mr. Inga, the only other there right after his murder.
Apparently the P was assassinated by an F and a U. Or I just realized when I said that. The P was assassinated by an F and a U. Jesus Christ.
Where can Miss Faye had a channeling, as you can call. Well, the outcome would have been quite odd, to say the least. For there beside the minister, a living, breathing would have appeared. Even if I had been in the tomb, there was no one to channel except the deceased minister. So, you see, I could not have vanished by means of the spirit channeling.
That's true, but I can't rule it out yet. Because, well, what if there was another victim? Someone we haven't identified yet.
How absurd!
If you channeled someone other than Minister Inga, you could have used their identity up to disappear from the tomb. Wait, we have 2 deaths here? Where? Well, except for this one, but if she walked out like this person, everyone would probably be questioning themselves. Wait, who did you walk out as? I am questioned. Who did you walk out as? Do we have another dead person? Have anyone checked their closets? Another victim. Queen Amara. Please add your last statement to your testimony. This could explain everything. Wasn't there some side of another victim in the tomb? And yet, why do I... Oh, fuck! Oh, hell nah! Daruk is dead! No, it is not Jove Justice. Well, still, poor Apollo. I think Daruk is dead. Naina can never not be seen. Fair enough. And then, oh, I mean that he's lost both fathers, yeah. And then, oh, I need to save Amara. I am going. I lost track of him. Here she is. The only person could have been in there is Daruk. Like, that doesn't really make sense. What if it's another body? And it's like, oh, that could have been Daruk then. So it was gonna be biological, but I ended up being a surrogate. Yeah, fair enough. It could be that. Like, the problem is, yes, the bullet did hit someone. And it did, well, like, first of all, Daruk's blood did basically, like, do all the, like, it did. He started to bleed, to be honest, Daruk. We have this, which might mean that Amara was in there. But what if Amara killed Daruk, hide him in the sarcophagus, and then became Daruk, because technically he don't remember what happened. He just woke up, was like, I had a knife in my hand, he was standing there in front of me, or he was lying there in front of me. I don't know what the hell happened. Oh shit. Okay, to be honest, I don't even know if I'm true with that one. Means Inge was the sole victim. There was no other spirit channel until he was dead. A bloodstain from Amara's tomb. Analysis reveals that it's Daruk. Should I just present this completely? You know what? I'm gonna save this because I know I'm gonna fuck it up. To be honest, I just googled, but won't say anything. Curiosity got the better of me. Oh, I am so certain it must actually.
Objection!
It must be Daruk. Daruk wasn't hurt, but he still bled. I can't believe I'm presenting this, but it proves that there was another victim. Still, the only ones there at the scene of the crime were Maya and Daruk cannot be seen anywhere. No, it can't be. Would the defense care to share something with us? Yeah, I'm gonna share some absolutely fucked up shit, you know? Queen Amara, you knew, didn't you? Whatever are you talking about? If you won't tell this court, then I will. Well, don't keep us waiting. This case includes a second victim. One of the two people found alive in the tomb of the minister's murder. One of the two people found alive in the tomb of the minister's murder was actually already dead. What? A second victim, Apollo? Queen Amara, after you channeled Mr. Inge and moved to the tomb, you vanished from the scene of the crime by channeling the other victim. That explains why no one found you after the murder was discovered.
Oh, you putrid pepper. Of all the half-witted buffoonery to come tumbling from your lips.
Also, I know it's over 8, but to be honest, this is fucking exciting.
Tell me, Justice, who was the other victim?
Do you wish to know? Do you wish to know now? Oh, believe me, Maestro, he will probably shut the fuck up after this. There is no way this can be true. But... no, I can't stop now. If this is the truth, it's the only way forward for solving this case. The other victim, Queen Amara, I completely forgot about this. I am not gonna lie, I completely forgot about this. I have played this game years ago, but I forgot. How old is she actually? 44, yeah, she actually looks like 60 or something, 80. I would say around 70, 80. Yeah, he will be silent now. Listen, son, even if you manage to prove me innocent tomorrow, I don't have long to live. There is no escaping death now that it has its sight on me. I didn't... wait, hold on. Does he always have... oh, he might always actually have a diamond in the forehead. I thought he didn't. I thought only she had a diamond in the forehead. Oh, okay, then I was absolutely just shitting on that theory, to be honest. Well, the theory was right. Only the whole diamond in the forehead thing. But he couldn't bring himself to tell me. I have one more big secret. I'm afraid I can't tell you what it is. I'd be betraying a certain someone if I did. Did actually Mara kill him? That's a question though. It kind of feels odd, but perhaps not. He couldn't accuse the love of his life. The sad truth is, the other victim channeled by Amara was...
Take that!
You can't. That's not possible.
The defendant Daruk Sadman is the one Queen Amara channeled. He's the other victim.
This is insanity. Apollo, what are you? Do you realize what you're proposing?
Objection.
Yeah, we're defending a person who is dead.
I demand an explanation, Justice.
Apparently we didn't manage to actually. Yeah, we did say lip sealed, but to be honest, it's more of a now he wants to know what the hell I'm talking about. I don't know when or why Daruk was murdered, but the fact and evidence speaks for himself. And this is where they led me.
I see. Avenia's murdered Daruk and Maya were the only ones in the tomb. But if one of them was actually dead and being channeled by Amara, but it can't be, can it?
Daruk's bloodstain at the scene of the crime was the clincher for me. Oh, ads, don't worry. I see the ads now. I'm gonna wait until that's done because even Maestro is taking about what's going on over here. I'm just waiting for ads to be done, but I hope you all have a wonderful day today. I'm having so much fun. I'm even actually continue my stream a bit longer. I don't think I will be able to finish this case off today. But to be fair, I'm having this is exciting right now with what's going on. It is quite exciting. But yes, just waiting for all the ads to be over. Waiting for all the ads to be over. And after this, we only have the last... No, not last case, but second case left. No, hold on. No, the extra case, that's what it's called. That was the only thing, I tried to remember what it was called. Well, for at least another hour. Ads are gonna stay away for at least another hour, so hopefully I'm gonna either stop before or doing something before the ads are completely coming back again. But yes, the ads are over. It wasn't even injured, so how could he have possibly bled that much? Oh, I don't know if you heard that, but that was like a sneeze that I basically just kept in. Did I even get a warning about that? I don't know. The only logical explanation is Daruk had also been murdered.
Objection.
What objection do you have? That's enough. Your explanation cannot be the truth. And you would not dare to claim to have proof to support your assertion.
Neither. I wish it weren't true. I wish it all, with all my heart, that it was wrong. But as much as I don't want to believe it, yes, I can't prove it. Daruk's killer must have hidden his body. It would have been somewhere nobody would ever look, and there is only one such place.
You truly have proof.
The fastest way would be to actually have someone go and check the tomb. Go check the tomb, but why? Because I believe Daruk's killer hid his body here, the sarcophagus.
Take that.
It was empty, apparently.
You would suggest.
Queen Amara's sarcophagus, the only place in the tomb that no one would dare to look. Plus, the killer would soon become trapped by hiding in there. But a body? Well, that's a horse of a different color. How fucking stupid can that magistrate be? Yeah, kind of. Which means... Ugh. Even he cannot say it. I believe we must search the sarcophagus at once! To be honest, like, what would be the problem now? It's not like it's cursed. Your Eminence, bring that Queen Amara yet lives. I trust we may open it. No, you're still here. If we must. Your Majesty, I believe Detective Sky is still at the tomb. Let us contact her at once and have her conduct a full investigation into the matter. Call him back. There is a fucking dead body in the sarcophagus. What the hell? Well, at the same time, it wouldn't be so surprising. It is a sarcophagus, actually. If she knew it was empty, sure. If she did believe there was actually a body in there, that's another question. And now then, Detective Sky, your report, if you please. Wow, you came here quick. And I'll start with my findings. I'm trying to remember her voice now. Please, please. Wait, please what? Please that he's alive or please that he is dead? Wait, what does that matter for us? We are trying to protect a dead guy. Wait, hold on. How does that work for a lawyer? Okay. He's hoping that he's wrong. Fair enough. Please let me be wrong about this. I just want things to be as they were. If things were as they were, we probably have a problem with how the hell anyone was murdered. This is the only solution we have, and if this is wrong, we're fucked. We are joining him. A search of sarcophagus. It revealed a body that appears to be several days. Several days? Wait. Days? Hold on, everything days. Wait, so when we were in the cave with him back in America, he was dead. Wait, how the fuck did he die then? What? Okay, I am so confused. I kind of understand because first of all, days, yes, everything technically happened yesterday, which means that if yesterday he was not dead, that means he died before that. But we basically have been with him all the single time before that. So he basically was dead while we were talking with him still. So that means that he died before even coming to America. Oh. Would that... Wait, hold on. I am pretty certain that Inga was kind of confused when Daruk actually answered the phone. You know, like, I have Maya give up the Founder's Orb and I'll give it to you. And then basically Daruk went with like, hi there Inga, how are you doing? Didn't Inga react like, wait, who is this? Oh, good lord. A body? Detective Sky? Tell me it wasn't Daruk. Tell my old theory was completely off base. I have a photo of the body, and I have possibly identified it as Daruk, sad man. It also has the blood. Oh, speaking of, we do have the other butterfly. So that means that this is Amara's. It could have been that Inga killed him and then basically tried to get the Founder's Sword from us. And when... no. Yes? Did we lose track of Daruk before he went into the tomb? Because she did see Naina for a moment, and Naina is Amara, but Amara must have been Daruk. Did we lose track of Daruk at some point? I don't remember. Other than now, of course. Ow. I could actually manage to figure out that would have happened because he basically went back so much that I was like, oh, you're gonna slam your forehead there straight there. Yep. I so wanna say, but keeping my lips sealed. Ah, fair enough, actually. I am just theorizing here right now. That's all. Why this is have to happen. Damn it, Daruk. Answer me.
Oh, how can this be?
Who's laughing? The traitors. The very head of the insurgency murdered. What a joyful, joyous day. Those fools shouting for charge and revolution. We finally returned to whatever rocks they've crawled out from under. You're the only one laughing, you do know that. I guess we all taking like a commercial break or something. Was I even... Wait, what? Did I miss something? What was I even fighting for?
Apollo.
Yeah, it's kind of true. It's like, we tried to defend Daruk, but Daruk is dead. He was dead. So, what the hell are we doing here? Who is paying us? Oh. Oh, I thought someone actually channeled him again. A lawyer. Never yields, right? Oh. Alright. I would say we're the only one that's trying to actually follow that instinct is always telling us. I think Sadman basically lost that instinct long time ago. Apollo, in court tomorrow, you may find yourself faced with a truth that is difficult to accept. To be honest, I thought that difficult truth was that Amara had killed Inga and we had to basically send her. But nope, apparently it was worse. But I know you, and I know you can handle the truth, no matter what it turns out to be. I know that because I believe in you. You're my son, after all. You believed in me that much, Daruk. Yeah, he must have been dead at that time as well. We've been with him ever since he came to America. So he must have died there, and I don't know, to be honest, how long that was. Daruk, I think I finally understand. Man, this is just making me sad now. Fair enough, actually. I can't yield. Not now, not ever. Can I just say this from what I understood? He was alive and with you in that cave. Huh. Interesting. Then I have no, then I'm still trying to figure out where he actually died, because they would have said yesterday perhaps, but they did say days. Which means that when everything actually happened, which was yesterday, I think, it was not then, which means it must have been like some day before that or something. Besides, Daruk left me with 2 things I must do.
Are you alright, Apollo?
Oh, sorry about that, mister, right? But I'm fine now. Yeah, he is the only one that is fine. This guy is about to basically collapse. Please do. Detective Sky,
Yes?
how sure are you that the body has been there for a few days? Yeah, I'm positive no autopsy has been performed yet, but I'd said it'd been at least 3 days. Fortunately, the low temperature inside the sarcophagus kept it from decaying. Oh, and the chest area bore 3 gunshot wounds from a small caliber weapon. It would have been a few days before getting here and leaving the last place. It would have been a few days before getting here and leaving the last place. I guess so. I guess we just came here directly and went there directly, so that's why I got a bit confused at that moment. Oh, at least 3 days, huh? That means the Rook was already dead by the time he came to visit me back in the States.
Then who was channeling him?
I think it would have been to be someone who could get into and stay in the US without arousing suspicion. Yet also had a solid cover story, so they wouldn't be seen as missing. I believe this is who. Wait, in the States. Yeah, I would also say Maya, because Maya is the only one that basically can go back to the States like there was nothing. If it would be Samara, it would be like, who the hell are you?
Maya. Oh, I see. She was being held hostage at the time, so it seemed only natural that she wasn't around.
Right. And do you remember what she said earlier? What I read didn't cover everything, it just pointed out the highlights. Yeah. So he was actually dead at that point, huh? So he should be channeling Daruk since we first see him again. All the way over to... Yeah. No, all the way over to the tomb. But in the tomb, Amara was there as well. So did Amara force Daruk out of Maya? No. No, wait, they must have planned this because Maya was actually had her clothing. I actually don't. We are gonna have to find this out. I am stuck with this right now. Sorry, but I promised Daruk I wouldn't say. I made a promise to Daruk. A pretty big one. Inventor. Inventor? Oh, you mean the army buff? The doctor? Yeah, he was dead then. Daruk didn't want his own death to be known. Yes. Army buff. Well, army. The other members of the Defiant Dragons would lose all hope if he found out. And that would snuff out the flames of revolution for good. Miss Faye, Daruk told you to keep quiet about this, didn't he? I guess it's no use hiding it anymore. Yeah, I promise not to tell. Daruk made me promise before he died. So, I was right then. Apollo, there's something I need to tell you. It's about, you know, Daruk's final moments. Yeah, she was there, wasn't she? I'm listening, Miss Faye. What happened in his final moments? It was soon after I was kidnapped. Daruk paid me a visit in that tomb where I was being held captive. I'd say it was a few days before Minister Inga's murder. Hey, young lady, time to get you up and out of here. Yeah. Is that revolutionary guy?
I'm here to rescue you.
You are? Why?
I figured things were a little too quiet with that stamp-sucking scumbag. So I started... To be fair, his stamp is actually a cigarette, so he's actually sucking his own stamp. Found out that you're being abducted.
Why would a rebel help me?
Oh, let's go before it's too late.
Yes, already is. I'm not gonna do too many voices because I kind of forgot this guy's voice and everything. Yeah, I know you're up to something. Also, this is about a flashback, so why not? I know you're up to something, and I'm going to find out what. Damn! That was one shot. There's still two others. Oh. Oh, he's pissed. Oh, wait, hold on. Yep, Inga shot him. That wouldn't surprise me. There was blood, and they did say that it has been shot with before, but it broke down or something. So the problem is that I knew he has been shooting someone. I just didn't know who. Yeah, it's a 4-barrel apparently. Oh, he missed the last one. It just ran away. To be honest, I actually do like the glare. It really works. The Rook was shot several times, but he barely even flinched. He sacrificed himself for me. These ropes. I've got to help you. Relax, I'm going to be okay. I'm sorry things turned out this way. But it doesn't look like I have much longer. No, don't say that. Looks like Edward Carnby got completion. Competition. Oh yeah, didn't they have like a 4-barrel shotgun or something? When I go home, I want you to channel... When I'm gone, I want you to channel my spirit. Stop it, don't give up like that. If you do, untying a rope like that will be a child's play. Promise. Promise me one thing, young lady. It's about my son. Either he wanted to see him just once more. I love his talking about Apollo, to be honest. It's like the other child is like he gave up. He said he wanted to see you one last time. So he asked me to return to the US and channel his spirit. He really said that. Oh, right, I completely forgot to do voices again. He also said he'd been meaning to visit you for years, but kept putting it off. And that was his last chance. Yeah, so when he was here, he was already dead. You should up out of it without a warning after all this time. What gives? Understandable. If he did, the other one gave up on him, so why the fuck not? Yeah, exactly. I came all this way to see you, son. Come, rejoice! Why don't you tell me the real reason you're here? So that was actually the reason, just to see him. Kinda. He was doing other things at the same time, but that was the main reason. Rook, you really did come to the US because you want to see me?
I guess this means it was Inga who did the Rook's body in the sarcophagus as the Maya left the tomb.
Apollo, you can't stop now. The Rook would have wanted you to keep pressing on. That is why we're still kept pressing on. I know, Miss Faye. And I won't disappoint him.
Defense, if you are ready to proceed, I would first have you answer this. Do you believe the accused's death will impact what we know about this case?
Yeah? Yes, and I believe I can explain everything now.
Oh, very well. Your explanation, please. The Rook entered the tomb at 3 p.m. the time the host exchange was to take place. Or rather, the Rook was channeled by Miss Faye, or as Miss Faye did. Now, by the time he entered the tomb at 3 p.m., Minister Inga was already dead. I say that because we know the minister was murdered around 2 p.m. But there was someone else in there. The person was already hiding in the tomb, waiting to channel the Rook in place of Miss Faye. Yeah. I don't know if it was forced or if it was basically that they swapped places. It was you, wasn't it? The fact of the matter is, Queen Amara killed Minister Inga at 2 p.m. She then went to his private quarters and channeled his spirit. The minister, thinking it was going to be late, hurried to the tomb for the hostage exchange. But once in the tomb, Queen Amara stopped channeling Minister Inga and hid herself. Then, when the Rook entered at 3 p.m., she snuck up from behind and forcibly drove the Rook spirit out of Miss Faye's body.
Drove spirits out of her body? Impossible.
Objection!
Actually, there is a way to do that. We get the Makathama of porting, that is. Using one could drive out the spirit of a person's body, even if it refused to leave. I do love the little, well, it's not a white lie, but we want to call it a white lie because it was weak, of, oh, that is impossible. Mate, everyone probably knows about it around here, don't do that.
Are you telling me the extra pale brown Magatama in the tomb was...
Well, pale brown? Oh, right, we found a Magatama over there that was a porting Magatama. That's right, Prosecutor Sadman, and you've seen one in action before. You saw how the glowing red Magatama sent the High Priest back in Twilight Realm. Oh, I forgot about that part, actually. And how it turned a spent pale brown afterwards. Right? Really just, actually the queen about channeling. Yeah, exactly. I do love that. In other words, the brown Magatama found in the tomb looks that way because its power has been used up in pushing the Rook spirit out of Miss Faye's body, right? I probably passed out as soon as the Rook spirit left my body. I'm exhausted after channeling him for so long, after all. After that, Queen Amara must have dressed Miss Faye in her usual outfit and tied her up. Yeah, her clothes... No, her clothes must have not been there because she actually went to America. I'm not sure where she got the outfit, but we can assume she had it all planned out. Then, Queen Amara must have changed into the Rook's clothing, smeared blood onto them, picked up the knife, and channeled the Rook spirit. And that's why you don't remember killing Inga, because he basically went in there and was like, whoa, I am here now, what the hell? Right, really? He was basically like, the hell just happened? And that's how she escaped, right under our noses.
I don't know, Apollo. The whole thing still seems a bit far-fetched.
The Rook. What was going through your mind while this was unfolding? We can ask him. Wait, what happened? Who speaks? Neither?
Those dreams of revolution the Rook was always spouting. They placed nothing but false hope in the minds of the people.
Ah, you can shut up!
And in the end, they were simply fantasies.
I thought, how can you... Oh.
Karma has spoken, the dreams of revolution has withered, and the why It is fate is sealed. The other insurgents will soon wake from their shattered dreams.
No, the Rook's dream can't die like this. I'm not going to sit back and let that happen. I can't, and I won't. Nytha, don't forget that the Rook's been proven innocent. His name is no longer tainted by the charge of murder.
And now that the rebels and their sympathizers who have been calling for their release.
If anything will unite people's rage instead, yeah.
He can't be charged with abetting the accused. So the revolution is far from over. It's only just begun. No, the Rook has not yet been proven innocent. You have merely indicated the possibility of his innocence.
What do you mean?
But the Rook is indeed dead. However, what if it was the Rook who killed Minister Inga while being channeled by Miss Faye? And while the crime could have been occurred at 2 p.m., you could have yet to substantially prove it. Or do you have conclusive proof that the time of Minister Inga's death was at 2 p.m.?
Well, no, I don't, but...
It seems a further testimony will be required of me. As it would appear that I have fallen under suspicion, I would like to state my case. Prosecutor Sadman, the rebellion must be snuffed out once and for all. You must prove the Rook Sadman to be the foul murderer that he was. And every last insurgent and their sympathizers must be found guilty under the Defense Culpability Act.
Why is Nytha doing this? Grant shouldn't have him under her thumb anymore. Amar's not a hostage, so what gives? What's left to chain you to her like this? I pity the Rook. To think his blood son is such a pose, and his adoptive son is 100% better. Or 1,000 times better, 100 times better. Yeah, fair actually.
Very well, Queen Amara, please proceed with your additional testimony.
You know what? Because I don't know how long this will be. Ah, thank you. Then I understand what that is. I am actually going to save it here, because it is basically done almost an extra hour, and this is probably go over to more than just 1 more hour.